This isn't going live and that worries me. So here's what I need to do. Oh, it's happening. This isn't going live and that worries me.
Oh, did you get? Okay, good.
What good? Hey, can you guys... Mech, dude, thank you for being here. Can you see me on Twitch right now? Are we good? I'm a little bit nervous. Kelsey says yes. Alright. What about my folks over on YouTube? Hey. Can you guys see/hear us? Live here too. Dude, thank you, Mech. Appreciate it, man.
Mech's on both.
Well, yeah, he's my main mod, man. He's the MVP. Should I kill this to save bandwidth? I'll put it on really low. Potato P quality. What's up, James? McCarthy's son. Sub-Zero Byte. Desmond Games. What is going on, man? What is the... I see face, banana face. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. Alright. Mr. Whittleywah, what's up, man? I love your name. That is cool. Hey, Kevin, what's up, dude? Mr. Son and Son. Hello! What's up, bro? How's it going, man? You and the fam been doing alright? Desmond Games? Hey, I Heart Monster. There he is.
Get him.
Get him. Get him. Okay.
Kid's watching us. He's probably waiting to go into work.
Oh, it's your Death. What's up, Death? I didn't know that was your name. Death from above. His alter ego is Mr. Whittleywah. I think that's a lot more intimidating than Death from above.
I will refer to you as that in Twitch.
Mr. Whittleywah. In the house, everybody. Dude! What's up, Casper? How's it going, man? Spicy tunes. Well, spicy's one word for it. I like that emote, by the way. That's awesome.
Spicy tunes, bro. it's my emote.
It is her emote.
It's
Pull
my
your
game
shy!
now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to chop you off there, Kelsey. Spooky tunes. Yeah, there will be some spooky tunes for sure. Shall we switch over to the scene? This is awkward. Hey everybody, why is the music still playing? Okay, it stopped. What's up, Dragon of Fire? I'm ready for you to take more money. Okay, we can hook you up with that. Don't worry, because we got some cool stuff. It is a little bit awkward not to have music right now. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
You just said they just get to listen to the music of our beautiful voices.
That's right.
Said no one ever.
I want to do
A symphony of cacophony.
I changed my mind.
Oh yeah, that.
We're doing it live. I'm about to play something that's like copyright.
And this is
Get banned.
30 seconds in and shut down.
Just so everyone knows, we could be shut down any minute right now. So enjoy it while you can. Let's do my own music because I'm egotistical. Actually, so I don't get extra band. We're gonna play Interstellar with video. Oh, it's happening! Okay, so by the way, first of all, Louise, thank you so much for the tier 3 sub. You're probably not going to hear any alert sounds. I don't know if you could hear that or not. I don't think I have a way to do that with my current setup and have everyone on screen. So yeah. Alright.
Hey Louise.
You should be able to hear music right now. Oh, it is coming through. Hey, can you guys hear? Thank you, Death, for the Prime sub. My folks over at Twitch. It doesn't really matter, but if you can, that's cool.
I heard Lauren for like a second.
Oh, did you?
I did.
How? Lauren is still playing. Okay, Zero Byte says we can hear alerts. What's the preference? Watching on Twitch? I don't know. They're going to be basically identical. McCarthy, since you're already on Twitch, I'd recommend doing that. Just because you can use cool emotes and all that stuff. But it's up to you. Whatever's more convenient. I'm doing both because a lot of folks don't use Twitch, and it's a little bit confusing to do if you've never done it. And you have to go in there and make an account and all that jazz. Alerts are popping in. Sweet. And you should be able to hear Lauren. I'll turn it down a little bit. All right. Well, new album is, well, not officially released yet, but we're going to be doing, for anyone who doesn't know, and you didn't read the thumbnail, you just clicked because I don't know why. We are doing
just did it.
You just did it. We are doing a listening party. We're going to go through and listen to all 11 of the tracks from my new album entitled Monstrum. And I'm super excited. And Fireflower, you are awesome. Oh, wait, Louise, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Insane. Thank you so much. Anyone
Louise
who just got
Moneybags
gifted
over
a sub,
here.
you need to rock some emotes. Butterflies and broomsticks. Wait, what did Rollcast say? What's the name of this podcast? I like that. Butterflies and broomsticks is good. Okay. Oh, I'm closing this so I can see that.
I prefer the name that we just work here. We actually don't know what we're doing.
No, absolutely not. In fact, I don't even work here.
Oh, okay.
I'm a teacher. I don't do this.
Wait, we're getting paid?
Wait, you guys are getting paid for this? No, Luis, thank you. I'm glad we can hear the alert sounds. Please don't apologize. Thank you so much.
Not when they're attached to subscriptions.
Huge shout out to Luis for the 5 gifted subs. So, what shall we do? We should listen before we do a giveaway, probably. Oh,
Yeah.
we got a follower.
To the fear of silence.
Ooh,
We got a hype train. Oh my god.
McCarthyson, thank you so much. I've never seen that notification. You extended your tier 1 sub through July. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I didn't know that was an option. Mr. Meg says both. Which one should we watch on?
Yes.
Yes, both. Oh, we have a hype train going. There we go. We need hype train music. I don't have anything for that. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Delta Nesh, thank you so much. Kelsey, what are you doing? Kelsey, what are you doing?
I just work here.
Thank you so much, Kelsey, for the 5 gifted subs. All right. You guys are ridiculous. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad I Heart Monster got one. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I Heart Monster. Woo! Spinning her paycheck. What was I just doing?
All goes back
Oh,
into
dude.
ether.
Okay, so Discord did not post this yet. It didn't post the announcement. My bot is failing right now.
Manual.
Because I know...
Manual.
I should do it manually. Give me a second. Oh, we're not doing that. We can't do that. We're live. Bears attacked me. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, man. For 12 months. We are a year old. I can't believe that. Unfortunately, I have to choose between watching on YouTube or Twitch, so I have both devices on. Okay, gotcha. Nice, man. All right, I Heart Monster. Dude, thank you so much. Wait, am I reading that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the gifted sub, dude. Appreciate it. By the way, I got your album ready for you. I'll send it with your brother whenever you guys are going to visit next.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I won't leave until he signs it, because he
Ivan.
tried to pass off one without signing it.
I tried. Ivan, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's I'm really, really excited for you guys to hear it. And Ivan says hello to our guests. Ivan, for those of you who don't know, is our what's the word? I
Oh,
forget
the
what it
emote
says. Emote
MVP.
king. Emote MVP, yeah. So don't even try.
Famous.
Don't even
You're
try him.
famous.
Don't try and flex on Ivan, because he'll hit you with some trees. All right,
Not the
bringing
good-
yours
not
on
the good
Monday.
kind.
Yes, if we're gonna be there, I'll be bringing. I'll have one just in case. Cosmic Puffin, what's up, dude? All right. So we are going to be. This is a big deal album, and I have special guests because they're cool people, but also this was a collaborative effort this time. So my first album was just me writing music and not planning anything out. Dragon to Fire, thank you so much for the gifted tier 1, man. I appreciate that. So, this time we sort of had a plan. Well, I didn't have the plan. These two had a plan, and I just made the music for it, and they did literally everything else. So, it's for those of you who don't know, if you buy the album, it comes with a 24-page booklet, which is ridiculous and super awesome. And NitroTwinkie is gonna show you that booklet right now. We're also I have a different overlay for each monster as we go through, so you'll get a nice, awesome close-up so you can really appreciate Kelsey's artwork. It's really good. And then there are liner notes that go with each song, and that was Mr. NitroTwinkie's work. So he'll be reading that for you, hopefully in character.
Oh yeah, no,
for each one.
It's half.
Okay. And it's really cool. So the complete package is amazing. It's really good artwork with okay music, and the liner notes are just fantastic. So each song, it's not really a story that. It's not a. What am I trying to say? It's not like a consecutive story. Each monster stands alone as its own thing, and these are all based off of actual folklore monsters. And we thought it would be cool. Hang on a minute.
Welcome to the Fear
Oh, wait a
Asylum.
hit. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Twitch in the Fear Asylum. And Ivan, thank you for the 500 bits. Holy crap. Yeah, the booklet is fantastic, and I can show you on camera all day. It doesn't do it justice. You have to see this thing in person. It's really cool. But anyway, so each monster is based off of a real-life folklore. And I kind of wanted this to be educational in a way, in that some of these are more obscure monsters. Maybe some you've heard of, maybe some you haven't. I'm willing to bet most of you haven't heard of most of the monsters on the album. There are some that are more popular. But we chose monsters that are just super cool, very brutal, very, very dark stuff. And my theory is we haven't heard of these because they're just too dark for like TV and movies and stuff.
That's right.
So yeah, that's kind of the idea behind the album. And what do you think? Should we get started and listen to a track?
Fucking-
Yeah. Educational. There's the teacher side. Yep, there it is. Does it have Godzilla?
I feel like-
No.
I feel like we should preface this with saying by the end of the stream, we're gonna butcher the names of all of
Yeah.
these
Yep.
monsters horribly.
So
You've
these
made
come
them
from all over the world, and some of them we'll try and pronounce them. And if you know how to pronounce it correctly, please feel free to correct us.
That's right.
We did our research, but it still didn't help sometimes. Because a lot of these are not in pop culture, so there's not, like, as far as I know, a right way to say it. So the first one is probably, do you guys agree, probably the most popular of the monsters on the album?
Yeah.
Most accessible, perhaps? And it is the Lycanthrope, so which is very similar to the werewolf. Let's do that. Let me pause this. I'll be professional. All right, let's see if I can remember which button to press here. All right, track number 1. Look at that artwork. Look at that artwork.
Look at
What is that face? All right, so this is Lycanthrope, or Lycan for short, and there he is. He's basically a really cool-looking werewolf. And Mr. NitroTwinkie, take it
let's do
away.
The hunt must continue tonight. We had our silver ready, but the eve of today's full moon did nothing to snuff out the creature. Officer Shaw actually hit the thing last month, suspecting he wounded it, but the disappearances of livestock and people have not abated. If we can capture the beast, I say we must sever the head. However, this would mean getting closer than musket range. Trapping the foul thing seems the only option. But how? It appears to prefer humans over sheep or goats. No, I dare not suggest we use a live sacrifice. But how many more of our children will die if we do not? Lee Mweris, Berkshire, England, City Councilman's notes from 1589.
There you go. So shout out to NitroTwinkie on those amazing liner notes. All this is original, yes?
Except for one at the very end. All of this
Yeah.
is Kelsey and I.
So yeah, so they work together on this. And do you want to talk about the names and the dates and all that stuff, like the little Easter eggs, or do you want to listen to it first, maybe?
Yeah,
do you
let's listen to it first.
All right, so here's track number 1 from Monstrum, entitled Lycanthrope. And if some of you probably already heard this because we worked on it on stream, but it's also available to listen to if you pre-order the album. So thank you for the 100 bits, Death. I appreciate it, man. Here is Lycan. Hopefully you guys can hear this okay. Santo, monsters and cryptids. Tommy, you're insane. Thank you, man, for the 10 gifted subs. Boom, there you go. That's the first track entitled Lycan. Thank you, everyone, for all the kind words, and I'll turn the notification sounds back on. KH Pandas, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, man. So hopefully you were able to see the artwork. So this is designed to all fit in together. So ideally you'd be reading the liner notes while looking at the art while listening to the music kind of all at the same time. It really works best if you do that. So I wanted to say a few things about the track. So this one is sort of, I wanted to imitate the sound of transformation, because the whole thing with the Lycan, it's like a werewolf where I think the difference is the Lycan can transform at will. It doesn't require full moon or anything like that. So it's just a really cool monster. But the whole track is sort of like a big, huge transformation, and you can actually literally hear the transformation about halfway through. When it's like the dude is screaming, you can hear like his bones and stuff coming out and breaking, and then you hear the wolf howls that were replicated using the guitar and whammy bar and that stuff. So I saw a few of you notice that. So shout out to you guys. That's exactly what it was supposed to be. Wait, that's what the shredded bro was. Oh yeah. So yeah, I did mute the alerts halfway through just so it wasn't interrupting the song too much. But thank you, everyone, and Kill Tommy, thank you, man, for the 10 gifted subs. You madman, you. So anything that you two wanted to say about what about the artwork, Kelsey? How did you come up with what you did? What did you do?
Well, it's interesting because for most of the artwork, well, pretty much for all the artwork, I didn't really get the backstory of what you envisioned while you were creating the music. All I did was I just listened to it and tried to come up with something based off of what I was hearing, and I also got the same exact vibe that you were trying to portray, the kind of the transformation, which is why when I drew it, I kind of added a lot of shredded fabrics and stuff like that on there. So it was supposed to represent the Lycan right after it kind of made its transformation. But I did get the vibes in the beginning, with the clock ticking, almost it was just counting down the minutes or the time before it wanted to do its thing, right. I suppose. But yeah, like the main thing that I wanted to go for was that this is kind of like it in its lichen phase, like right after it made its transformation. So that's why I added a lot of like like as if it just like kind of collapsed onto the ground and like all of its clothes and everything like that were in shreds and stuff. But
That's perfect. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like if it didn't
So
have that, it would
I
just
hope
be
you
like a
like it.
wolf. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, that was also really kind of not challenging because it's like there is a difference between a werewolf and a lichen. So I did have to kind of brush up on my knowledge of the two. And they're like, yeah, like lichens are more like humanoid, whereas like werewolves are more of just like a larger version of the standard wolf. So I wanted to make this look more of like a humanoid wolf rather than a just like a giant regular wolf,
Right.
but not like a furry, like there's like a fine line between the two.
Right.
So it was fun. But yeah, I think I did a decent job.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome. A fantastic job. Kane, thank you so much, man. Hey, man, are you doing all right? Thank you for the prime sub, dude. It's good to see you. Yeah, so I thought the artwork fits perfectly. Like she said, I gave Kelsey, we didn't have finished tracks at the time. Whatever I had, I would give her that, and that hopefully helped inspire her to draw something. And I think she did on every single one, you'll see, but they match the song perfectly every single time. It's pretty cool. So, NitroTwinkie, what about you? What did you do? How did you come up with the liner notes for this?
It was the same kind of challenge that Kelsey was talking about, which is, I'm glad you answered that question, because it's like, of all the artwork of werewolves out there, how did you make this interesting? So I'm glad that was the same kind of a thing. It was like, how do you make something not a werewolf? And so that's kind of what it went into. For everybody, all the liner notes, the names, and oftentimes basically all the names have something to do with any of the research that I've done. So the first name, Lee, is from Dr. Lee, who wrote a paper in like 1963 on like porphyria and the etology of werewolves. So it's like a scientific paper of someone wrote about werewolves. And then Mueris is a character from Virgil's Ecologogues, who used herbs and poisons to turn himself into a wolf. I'm not sure if that was very successful. That sounds like a no-go, but those two people were the inspiration for the character Lee Mueris.
It's really cool. You'll see as we listen to these and read the liner notes, all of this adds so much more depth to the songs. Like the songs would be okay by themselves, really, but having the artwork and then the liner notes and like a little story to go with it makes it super cool. So, and another thing I wanted to point out about this album in general, a lot of it, I sort of wanted to go like the cinematic route as far as style of music. I mean, obviously all the songs have elements of heavy metal in there because that's what I know really well. But there's like a whole cinematic feel to this whole album when you combine all of this stuff. It's just really cool. Thank you to One Ken for the 11 months, man. That's insane. Thank you so much. Anything else you guys wanted to say about Lycanthrope? No? Maybe so. Shall we do a giveaway?
Just that it's dope and you did a killer job with it.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate it.
it's sick. I think it was a good track for you to kind of tease people with when you were streaming it, because I feel like immediately everyone, I know I did, I was just like, this is before you asked me to work on the art for you. I was just like, it's going to be a steampunk album, isn't it? And then it just wasn't at all. So
I think this was the second track that I worked on the beginning when I started working on the album. The first one's going to happen a little bit later in the album, but this was the second one, and I definitely had a clear view on this one. So yeah, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. All right, what is happening here? Oh, appreciate it, Death, for all the shouts, the merch and the Discord and all that stuff. Appreciate it. All right, hey, let's do a giveaway, because we have, what do we have? We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 12 prizes to give away, if I counted correctly.
Woo.
No, we have 11 prizes to give away.
That makes
So
sense.
essentially, we could do one for what, after each song? That'd be
That sounds
amazing.
appropriate.
All right, let's do it.
Sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hang on a minute. Where's the button? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, sorry.
Here we go.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Monstrum giveaway. We're gonna be. All right, so we have trivia questions for you, and anyone can win this. Okay, YouTube, Twitch. It's gonna be first one to type the correct answer into the chat box. So get those typing fingers ready. We're gonna be doing the various. Okay, are you ready?
Shout out to Kelsadelphia again.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the screens, the little gifs that are going on.
And
oh my god.
I'm gonna be professional real quick because just ignore me for a second. Hang on a minute. Where's my boxes? Where's my box? There's my box. We're gonna. Okay. Yep. There we go. All right. Yeah. So huge shout out. These animated gifs are fantastic. Each one of these represents one of the monsters from the album, and you'll learn more about them later. Top left is Lycan, I believe.
There we go.
Right. Kelsey.
Matt, Death just said that there's a 30-second delay on YouTube, so that might affect people on YouTube's chance of winning. So.
What is Saving Private Ryan?
we can alternate where only YouTube can answer and then only Twitch can answer.
Oh, that's fair.
That's a fair
I like
option,
that.
yeah.
Good. Okay, good solution. Zerobyte asked, is this a bonus track?
It is now.
It can be. All right, everyone. So, yeah, that's a good idea. Shall we do Twitch first? So, Twitch, you'll get the first one. And here are the prizes we have. So, after the correct answer has been typed in, that person, we will spin the wheel for you. And whatever prize it lands on, that's what you win. And we'll get your information and stuff like that later. You can just talk to my manager, and they'll hook you up. What's that? They're telling me I don't have a manager. We don't have a manager, so we'll do it live. We have signed albums. We have 3 signed albums to give away. We have 3 Monstrum T-shirts to give away, and we have 5 custom art prints. These are super cool.
Dudes, you want these?
Kelsey, what's coming with this? Is that? It's one print, correct?
First of all, no, it's not. It's a
everything.
full set of
right.
I probably shouldn't spoil this because I'm showing a monster.
No, that's okay. It's all good.
But it is 11 art prints, so you get one of each of the monsters, and you get a full pack of them.
It's
and
so
they're
cool.
size 8 by 10-ish, but it's like for people who are in Europe, A4. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
A way to hit. No, you're good, man. We'll find a way to get it shipped to you. Don't worry about that. Doesn't matter where you're at. So yeah, those are super cool. So you get all 11 monsters in art prints, which is amazing. And we have 5 of those to give away. So shall we ask the first question? NitroTwinkie, do you want to do the honors on question number 1? Here we go.
Ladies
Question
and
number 1.
gentlemen, what is Artificial Fear's favorite movie monster?
Ooh.
Go, Twitch, go!
All right, and I forgot to do the thing, Kelsey. So we're watching. We got this.
Wait, what thing?
Oh!
Out the gate.
Out the gate! We already got a winner! All right, so Mr. Mech, the correct answer was Godzilla as far as favorite movie monster. It is Godzilla. So, Mr. Mech, we're going to spin the wheel for you. Thank you, everyone, for answering. And we'll see what happens. Now, you've already purchased an album, if I'm not mistaken. So if it lands on an album, you can just take another one, or if you want to choose a different prize, I'm cool with that too. All right, ready? Prize number 1. Here we go. And you win a T-shirt. Okay, so hey Mac, I will. Yeah, congratulations. I will get with you in a little bit. Let me type your name in here so I don't forget, Mr. Mac. And you'll get your choice of any of the T-shirts from my merch store. He says, I'm a medium! Alright. He will be well clothed today, this is true. KH Panda says he unironically loves this music. I appreciate that, thank you. Alright, so congratulations, Mr. Mac. Thank you everyone for playing. YouTube, you'll get your chance after the next song. Alright. Shall we do? Shall we go to the next track?
I think everyone's waiting for the next track. Everyone's heard that first track.
Yeah.
If they've heard
Okay,
it at
that's
all.
fair. Yeah. So this one,
Gotta go.
I have sampled this one on Twitch, but you only got a very small snippet of it. Well, to me anyway. I think other people were like, "You played way too much. What are you doing? You're ruining the album." All right. So this next monster is super cool. Super cool. So this one is called the Snallygaster. Let's take a look at the Snallygaster, shall we? So, first of all, artwork. Mwah.
Yes.
Chef's kiss. It's amazing.
Kelsey, what did Matt describe to you when he had you draw this?
Matt, that's the thing about
think I
everything.
did.
Matt didn't describe anything. We had like a meeting that lasted about like 10 minutes. I was like, so what do you want? And he was like, I just want the art of the monsters. And I was just like, all right, good talk. So I'll have fun with this. And it'll be great.
Yeah, so I really think she outdid herself on all of these. This is one of my I don't have a favorite of the artworks from the album, but this is one of them for sure. I mean, it's magnificent. Look at that magnificent beast. Look at that thing. So yeah, this will be yours if you win the art prints. You'll get one of each of these, and yeah, it's amazing. Should we talk about the monster, or do you want to read and then talk about it?
I think we talk afterward.
All right, so Mr. NitroTwinkie is going to hook us up with the liner notes that goes with the Snallygaster.
It was that
First, thank you,
Snallygaster.
KH Pandas and Zyrobyte, Nullbyte, all the bytes for your compliments. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you. All right, take 2, NitroTwinkie. Here we go.
I needed to restart anyway. I got a wrong accent. It was that Snallygaster. That same one old Teddy Roosevelt been hunting. We was in the wood and this sound like an explosion and a squeal happened up the hill. Them hooves and wings comes a crashing through the trees like a tornado. It was so fast, but I still seen its beak with all them tentacles. I'll never forget it till I die. I must have been chasing something else, 'cause it moved on faster than a jackrabbit. I heard it off in the distance after. Lord, that screech still gives me the shakes. Y'all better stay out them no good woods.
All right, and that was Mr. Tim Boynton, Frederick M.D. Eyewitness statement from 1929. Yeah, so shout out to NitroTwinkie. Good job.
That was for Kelsey.
He went all in on that one.
Thank you. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be
good.
hearing that in my sleep for like the end of days.
Hey, Mech, if you don't mind, maybe let's give. You can enter again just for fun, but I might give someone else a chance to. Like, if you happen to get first place again, we'll take the second answer. Outfield 20J. That's probably a 20. Outfield 20J, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the Fears AM. I totally was the one who said that in the recording. Not really. That was NitroTwinkie. So, the Snallygaster, I mean, just looking at it, this one is really cool. It's sort of a, it's a chimeric animal or beast. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it. It's a chimera. So, or chimera. And it's between what? It's like
A lizard bird.
Lizard bird. It's able to fly, and it's incredibly deadly, and it's super duper fast.
This is from America.
And it's from America.
From Maryland. Like, this was an actual thing, and the thing in the liner notes is, it's kind of a joke, but apparently Teddy Roosevelt legit tried to hunt this thing at one point. There are newspaper articles that talk about this thing.
Yeah. So again, all of these monsters are based off of folklore, and this one is cool because it got to the point where the President of the United States basically scheduled a hunt to find the thing, which is really cool. So yeah, and I kind of wanted to depict the chimeric nature of the beast in the music, and I can talk about it more afterwards, but listen, sometimes it's kind of tricky to... Well, actually, it won't even matter. It's not tricky to follow, but the way I wrote the music, it can be listened to and enjoyed in 2 different ways. I was trying to kind of get the half lizard, half bird thing in that. So here is there anything else you guys want to say? Kelsey, do you want to talk about the art? What did we do last time? Did you talk about the art afterwards? Let's do it afterwards. Let's listen to the song, shall we? If that's cool with you. All right, YouTube chat. Oh, hang on. What did I miss? Okay, hang on. Let's see. That is one. The Raven from Darkest Dungeon is probably inspired by this beast. Ah, okay, cool. Is that a game? I haven't played it. If it is, have you guys played that?
I haven't yet, but that
is that a
sounds
movie?
freaking awesome.
That sounds really cool. If it's actually inspired, it probably was. If it looks something like this. Mm-hmm. Anyway, here is Snallygaster, track number 2. Hope you guys enjoy it. Volume is up. Let's do it. Sounds good in there, right? Oh, you haven't heard them. These are updated. Yeah, this was in the trailer. years. Thank you so much, man. 1,500 bits. Thank you, dude. Common time can suck it. All right, there's a Snallygaster. This one's a real nasty one, nasty beast. So I wanted to. This one goes pretty hard from the very beginning, and then I also wanted it to have like the classic sort of monster movie feel, and you get a little bit of that halfway through with like the low brass and stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. It was a lot of fun to work on. Sorry I interrupted you, Nitro.
No, I felt like I just ran for 20 minutes. That's
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it's one of the faster ones off of the album as well. So for anyone, this is for anyone who actually like maybe is already a musician and knows a little bit about music theory and time signatures and all that stuff. So what I was alluding to earlier when I wanted to kind of capture the chimeric nature of the beast. So the song was actually recorded in 3/4. So it feels like this, da 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 da, which is in 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the actual tempo of the song is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is happening throughout the entire piece, the song. And you get a little bit of both of those depending on which section you're listening to, but I thought that would be a neat way to kind of pay homage to how, you know, it's two different creatures. You don't know which one you're actually getting. So you don't know which time signature you're actually getting. It's always both at the same time. Yeah, what's up? What happened? Hang on. Outfield, what's up, man? I'm not reading the chat. Can we speed that up to 200%? Yeah, maybe. This will be one we'll definitely add to the Twitch song list, which will be fun. Those will be fun. So yeah, that one was a lot of fun to work on. This is weird, but this one came together, I think, faster than any of the other songs off of the album. Some of them took a lot more work and just... usually for me, it's like recording. It's not usually difficult. It's just coming up with a decision and deciding to stick with something. And this one was just easy for some reason. It was kind of cool. It's Kevin, by the way. Oh, what's up, Kevin? Hey, man, that's your Outfield. Okay, cool. So I see you joined us on Twitch. So, Kelsey, how did you come up with this artwork? Seeing as I didn't give you any references.
Again, like what I really tried to do was, I mean, I had to like look up to know like what it looked like and like the lore behind it and stuff to get an idea about like the details. But mostly what I did was I just kind of listened to the song that you came up with and kind of use that as the inspiration along with like a few reference pictures from Google. But most of the ones that I was getting from like just like looking at in Google or on like Wikipedia or whatever, they made it look very like not intimidating. And like the song that you had was just like it just like to me like it's like okay, like something is hunting and it's ready to just like mess shit up basically. Yeah. And all the images like on Google, it was just like this weird like worm bird thing, or it like showed the one from like Fallout 76, which just looked like this like tiny little rodent bird thing.
I'm with you.
And
I
was just like, no, this needs to be like this like huge like griffin, dragon, chimera type thingy. So like I wanted to portray something that like was more like dragon like, because it's like the opening of the song just makes me imagine from like the actual perspective of the Snallygaster, like kind of like flying over the lands, like getting ready to just like mess up like the next town or village. So I really wanted it to be like more just kind of like kind of like very, I don't know, like agile, but like also like beastly. Like
Yes.
it's like once it's there, it's there. It looks awesome, but it's also terrifying at the same time. And you're just confused looking at it, and you're panicked by the way that it looks, but also what its potential is. So
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. And first of all, hey, shout out to Ro. Hey, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Yeah, I agree with Kelsey on, like, if you Google Snallygaster, nothing is really impressive to me. I know the first one we found, because Kevin and I, when we first started the whole idea, well, first of all, I meant to say this at the beginning of the whole stream. So this whole album was not my idea. This was all in the mind of NitroTwinkie. And I think you've had this idea for a long time. And he I forgot how it happened, but it wasn't like a proposal. He was like, hey, this would be cool. And I was like,
this is
yes.
all your fault then, basically.
Yeah, this would be really cool. So basically we wanted to have like a book of monsters, or what was the original title? Like Monster Compendium?
Yeah.
That was
like
the
a
original
bestiary
title.
of some sort.
Yeah, or Bestiary. Yeah, that's kind of what we wanted to go for. So, and I forgot why I was saying that. But, oh yeah, if you just Google Snallygaster, like, it's not really intimidating. But reading about it, like, this one is one of the more scary ones, in my opinion. Like, just imagine being chased down by this thing, because it's supposed to be incredibly agile, super fast, and really strong.
With tentacles on its face.
And a bird with tentacles coming on its face. Yeah. Yeah, look at the face if you didn't see it.
What you guys didn't mention, like, before you played this song is, like, when I was, like, researching it as well, they were saying, like, yeah, like, the only evidence we have of it kind of being around is finding bodies the next morning, like, completely drained of blood. And I'm like, well, that sounds lovely. That doesn't sound like that worm thing that they're showing me on these, like,
Absolutely
folklore websites. So I was like, we're just going to make this a little bit more scary. No big deal.
Yeah, and it turned out really good. So thank you for that artwork. And this one was really cool. And thanks to Kevin for having the awesome Southern guy. Well, he's not Southern. It's from, well, it's Southern. It's Maryland. That's Southernish. Right. But that was fun. So that was Snallygaster. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Ro, I agree. Ro says, it's phenomenal seeing concept art and albums get made. Yeah, we need more of that, because first of all, it's fun to work on from the musician side. But I think people who enjoy music tend to enjoy that more if you've never done it before. Concept albums are just so cool. And it makes me regret not doing this with my first album. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, it was terrible. Like, let me give you an idea. So the album, it was so awful. Like, I released a song from Death by Machines, which was my first album. And I was like, I didn't have a plan for an album. I just wrote an original song. It's like, I'm going to call this something to do with machines. Death by Machines. All right. So I put it on YouTube immediately and said, all right, here's my new single for my album, Death by Machines. And the rest of it didn't get finished for 2 years. So that was really stupid on my part. And then I didn't promote myself at all. And then I remember the stream that we're doing right now 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I started working on the overlay. I didn't know how to use OBS. I got home from work. I was supposed to stream at 4 o'clock or whatever it was. I got home at 3. I'm like, let's put together an overlay real quick. And it was just rough. Like, there's no plan, nothing at all. So this is really cool to kind of have, and it really wasn't me. It was more Kelsey and Kevin kind of helping me out with all that stuff. So shout out to you guys again.
It was also funny because, like, in the first chat that we had when I was trying to, like, just get an intake, like, okay, like, what do you need? I'm like, all right, well, do you have, like, a marketing plan? Do you need social media graphics? Do you need
What's
this?
marketing?
And you were just like, maybe? And I was just like, don't worry, I got you. And then it kind of just turned into something more.
Definitely did.
But yeah, you said that. You were like, yeah, the first album, I just, like, put it out there, and I was like, hey, there's a thing. And I was like, we're going to do it differently this time.
Yep. Mech says, you really could have known me back then. Yeah, that's true. Should have probably. And then I Heart Monster says, it's never too late, art book for Death by Machines. I don't know. Maybe. Because there is a story that goes with each of those monsters, which is cool. I mean, each of those machines. Okay.
Well, heads up from the last one. If you want, like I said, these are all real folklore things.
Yep.
So Tim Boynton is Timothy Cannon, who's the author of Ghosts and Legends of Frederick County, and then Patrick Boynton is the author of Snallygaster, The Lost Legend of Frederick County.
I think I have that book.
Oh,
hang on a minute.
You got it? Yeah. So these are like real things. That's what's so weird about this.
How did we find? Was it you that discovered them?
I think you Googled it and you found a book.
I wanted like children's books of each monster, like if they existed, I wanted to have them. There's not one for all of them, but we have. Oh yeah, here you go. Is this the one?
Yep.
So Snallygaster, the lost legend of Frederick County, and this is like when you Google Snallygaster. That's not focusing. There you go. It looks like this. But this is an actual book. This one's not like a children's book, but there are a couple of that I have that are. This is supposed to be like informative stuff. There's like pictures and like the cutouts of the newspaper articles and all that stuff. So it's legit. It's pretty cool.
Do research.
The rest of them we haven't talked about yet. I'll show you those when we get to them.
I remember like the day after you got all the children's books, like we had to catch up to like I had to show you like get your approval for something, and you're like, I just ordered like 9 children's books. And I was like for your students, and you were just like, no,
nope.
for me. And I was
For
just
me.
like, all right. But then
Yeah.
I didn't realize you ordered like different ones. I thought you just ordered like 9 of the same book, and I'm like, what are you gonna do
I
with
wasn't
like
very clear.
9 of the same book? Yeah. You were just like, I just got 9 children's books, and I was just like, all right, cool. Like, do you have a table you need to level or something? I'm confused.
He's practicing his reading skills.
Rollcast says, don't worry, folks. For the Album of the Year edition of Death by Machines, there will be a brand new track. Yes, we got to start doing that with musicians. Let's normalize Albums of the Year.
He'll have a DLC you can purchase in 5 months.
Death Metal Unicorn, thank you so much for saying that, man. You didn't miss much. You missed the first track, which is Lycan, but that one's already available to listen to, so you can go listen to that right now on Bandcamp. So you caught the first one that no one can hear. So thanks for being here, Jude. And what's up, Sam Adams? Hey, man. Thank you so much. Shall we do a giveaway? Unless there's anything else you two want to say about this track. You guys good?
No, that was amazing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, so also for the chat and everybody too. We've heard these songs, but we've heard them beta. I don't know about
Yep.
you, Kelsey, but this is the first time I'm actually hearing these like finalized. Is that for you too?
Yeah, it is, but I'm telling you, it was really hard because obviously, like, me and Matt had to have some contact with the manufacturer of the CD booklets, and he had to provide the music tracks to them, and I was like CC'd in one of the emails,
I forgot.
I saw a Google Drive link in there, and it was like, here's all the final mixes, and I was like, I want to click it so bad, but I just like deleted it and then deleted it from my history, and I was like, no, because I need to be surprised in some way, shape, or form.
Look at you
Otherwise,
go.
it's yeah.
So honestly,
I'm
so
pretty
far,
happy with my self-restraint.
well, good job on that. The first 2 tracks, not much has changed. There are going to be some drastic differences in some of the other ones.
Sweet.
Mainly with the first 2, it's like a mixing. I added some new instruments and stuff like that. But as far as arrangement and parts go, you'll get some new stuff in the forthcoming tracks. All right. So let's do a giveaway. All right, here we go. Everybody is ready for the giveaway. What's that?
This one's for YouTube, right?
Oh yeah,
Or-
YouTube. This one's
Okay.
you. Look alive, YouTube. I know there's a big delay. I know, but
We'll wait for you though.
we'll wait for you. So basically, here's how it works. We're gonna ask a trivia question. If you know the answer, type it into the chat as quickly as you can. The first correct answer will get to spin the wheel, and you win a wheel. And that's basically how it works. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, the year of Artificial Fear's first Halloween medley. What year did the first Halloween medley come out? Good luck.
come on, YouTube.
You should be right there.
YouTube, don't let me down. Don't let me down, YouTube.
Oh, now.
You can totally just Google it. And that's fine. What year is it? This one is for YouTube only. Feel free to shout out. You can guess in Twitch though. It's from 1969.
It's not 2014.
What year? No one is correct.
Nope.
It is not two.
There it
Oh,
is.
we got a winner! Oh my God!
Ooh,
All right,
sorry.
Jesse HPO. Wait, Jesse. It is 2011. That was the correct answer. That was the first ever. Zero Byte says 42. Kelsey says it was 7. Kevin says 1. $1, Bob. So, shout out to Jesse. You win this prize, and we're going to spin the wheel for you. The correct answer was 20. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh, what's it going to be? I'm so nervous. Oh, we got our first art print winner. Shout out to Jesse, man. Dude, all right. So you're going to get, if you didn't see already, maybe Kelsey can show these off. You get an art print of all 11 monsters, and these are ridiculous. I want one. I want one. All right. So Jesse, I'm going to put your name, I'm going to type your name in so I don't forget.
And they come in these awesome custom artificial mirror packages.
Oh my gosh, yeah, okay, you didn't say that. Hang on. Say that one more time.
Okay, yeah, so they come in this nice little custom, it's not really anything.
It's custom, that's super cool.
It's brown tissue paper and room.
But you got a custom sticker.
Custom
That's
stuff.
so cool.
And it's so beautiful. Trust me, nobody else has this. You can't get this anywhere. 10
That
out of
is
10.
amazing.
I swear.
So,
Trust
hey,
me.
Jesse, maybe you can, if you're not in Discord, maybe you can join the Discord and DM me, or we'll figure it out later. But I've got your name written down, so we'll hook up later. Except you didn't win a t-shirt. You won, our Prince. I typed it in the wrong place. Okay, there we go. All right, congrats, Jesse. Shout out, man. That's amazing.
Also, thanks.
Kelsey does a really good Jerry Seinfeld impression. Well, time to put her on the spot. Here we go. Let's do it.
I actually, okay, unpopular opinion, I don't even, I'm not the father.
Okay.
No, I actually don't even know who that is, and I've never seen an episode of Seinfeld in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
We don't believe her. You're in Discord. All right. Just after the stream, Jesse, just DM me. We'll get your details figured out, and we'll get those art prints to you, man. Congrats. All right. Shall we do another song?
I think so.
Oh! Okay. This one's a doozy. Not for the music, but the story behind this monster is insane. All right. This is one we're not 100% sure how to pronounce because there are different spellings of it depending on what website you're looking at, depending on what book you're looking at. I have a book about this one, and within the same book, it's spelled like 3 different ways. So we'll give it a shot. This one, I believe, is pronounced Qalupalik, depending on how it's spelled. The Qalupalik. Look at this thing. Look at this monstrosity. So this one is really messed up. And what do we do? We read first?
Yeah,
All right.
read it and then we'll listen.
We'll read and we'll talk about it. So NitroTwinkie is going to provide us with this epic liner notes on the Qalupalik.
The saddest story I ever recorded was from an older woman named Aguta in Nunavut. Many years ago, she had been traveling with her child along some ice that was far from the shore. The weather was pleasant and the waters were calm, though suddenly she began to hear some strange, unfamiliar sounds accompanied by a foul stench. As she stopped to find the source, a loud splash emitted from behind her. She glanced back towards the water's edge where her child played and noticed they were gone. She rushed over to the water's edge, and as she looked into the darkness, a sickly green pale face was smiling up at her, sinking further and further away from the surface. Only now does she say that she realizes that those noises she was hearing must have been knocking from underneath the ice. I've been told by others that Aguta simply can't cope with the loss of her child and therefore has invented the encounter. However, I still can't explain why the tiny glove she was holding and stroking while telling her story reeked of sulfur.
That was Elisha Kasuguk from the University of Alaska, grad student's notes from 1995.
There you go. So, the Qalupalik. So, let's see. What did I think Death put it pretty succinctly? He said Alaskan Krampus. Kind of like that. Yeah, so this is a monster that I think came about to, scare children from walking too far out into the ice. So they wouldn't, the ice would crack and they'd fall in. And I think it was an old folklore tale about that to prevent children from doing that. But this thing is crazy. So apparently if you're walking out into the ice, you'll hear knocking under the ice. And Kevin put that, he did a really good job of including that in the liner notes. And I guess if you walk out too far, and it only does children, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's just children. So if a child walks out too far into the ice, it'll knock on I guess it's knocking to sort of entice you to come out further and further. But that's the way I interpret it anyway, until you're too far away from anyone to help you. And then it breaks out of the ice and snatches you. And
That's frightening.
and drowns you. And let's see if we can see this on the stream. But Kelsey's artwork is amazing, and she did a good job of showing, first of all, how disturbing the face looks, and all the creepy stuff around it. And I believe, is there a child in the backpack?
Yeah, I was
Kelsey?
about to say shout out to McCarthyson for just noticing that there's a baby tucked away in the back, or a child tucked away in the backpack. It's kind of hard to see, but I tried to make it subtle.
It's subtle, yeah. So this thing is basically a child snatcher in the ice, and it looks like it's already got one victim in the picture here. Yep, it's got a baby in the basket in the back. Pretty dark stuff. So this one is, in my opinion, as far as the song goes, one of the more creepy songs. It's very creepy and unsettling. That's kind of what I was going for. You're gonna get some metal stuff too, but it's the whole vibe and the whole mood is supposed to be creepy and unsettling. And listen carefully, you'll hear the knocking, at least at the very beginning. I tried to imitate the knocking of the ice, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Let's enjoy Qalupalik. Here we go. Oh, and I want it to feel cold as well. There you go. There's the knocking. Thanks, McCarthyson. Appreciate it, man. Emote. Is there a light? Supposed to be walking on ice. Ice, baby. Okay, there you go. That was Qalupalik. That one's nice and creepy. And yeah, so again, I forgot to mention this. I said it once the track started, but that's supposed to be. I wanted the feel of it being really cold, and I also wanted it to have like a childlike aspect of it. That was the that little twinkling instrument. I don't know if it actually has a name, like orgel or something, that you always hear like with like baby sounds. So that's playing the melody at the beginning and at the end of the track. And obviously there is a jump scare in there, and I had to put it in there because the whole point of this thing is it jumps out at you and breaks through the ice. And I wanted to capture that. And one thing I was telling Kevin that he didn't know that was a difference, but at the very end, I think the original one, it just kind of played the last note and then stopped. And rather than doing a boring fade out, it's not a fade out. So what I did was like a high pass filter to emulate the child has been snatched. And then I'd imagine the Qalupalik monster just pulling the child and just sinking down to the water into the dark, cold depths. So it's supposed to make it feel like you're from the child's point of view, just being pulled under the water.
Yeah, I hate the first person thing you forced us all into.
Forced you into it, yeah.
We were first person experiencing this
There you
child's trauma. Thanks.
So, but that one's cool. It has some really neat guitar parts in the middle. They were a lot of fun to write, like the rhythm guitar parts. But the melody and the chords of that song, it's very simple. The entire song is only 2 chords. And the melody is also very simple. So I wanted to go just the creepy route, make it unsettling. All right. Cyanide. First, that's a cool name, first of all. Cyanide 07. First song I've heard, and I've already decided about. Dude, shout out, then you can do it. Let me give you a link. If I can remember how to use this. Commands. Monstrum. There you go. You can get it there, and we have digital copies. We can just get the music, and you get a PDF of the booklet. Or if you want the physical copy, it'll be signed. Technically, we are still doing pre-orders, so it will come with. This is a good time to advertise myself. The pre-orders come with the album, obviously, which is this. And if you saw my little promo video I made yesterday, I was doing that to just show you what it looks like. It's awesome. Again, it's not going to do it justice until you're looking at it. And this artwork is fantastic. Oh, we didn't read the Trials of the Unlucky. We should do that at some point.
We could wrap it up at the end.
We could wrap it up at the end. Okay. But this is the inside, and this was a cool idea. It was NitroTwinkie's idea to take the CD out, which is just a giant heart. You have to pierce the heart to physically take it out. So you pierce the heart, pull the CD out, and then Kelsey did an awesome job drawing this like empty chest cavity thing. It's really cool. It doesn't actually make the noise you heard in the video yesterday. Didn't have the technology to do that yet. So you get this. It'll be signed if you want that, and then you will also get a custom AF. It's custom AF, man. Guitar pick that just has the Monstrum logo on there. And what you also get a desktop wallpaper that is super cool. I should have that. I don't have a way to pull it up. I'm not going to try it because I'll break everything. But just trust me, it's super amazing. And it's it's basically a giant heart. The heart from inside the cavity. You good? Okay. And it looks really good. I think it goes up to, it's 4K, right, Kelsey?
Yeah, it's
the resolution's 4K.
4K resolution. Totally not biased, but it is 100% amazing, I swear.
It's pretty good.
Totally
nice. So you guys will get that if you pre-order, and I'll probably just email those to you since it gives me your email anyway. So yeah, that you can still pre-order as long as you do it before tomorrow, because tomorrow is the official release date of the album. So get your guitar pick. I only ordered 100 of these albums, and we don't have a lot left. So be sure you get it really soon. You don't want to miss out on that. Okay, anything else we wanted to say about Qalupalik? Oh, we didn't talk about the artwork, did we? Kelsey didn't get a chance. So, Kelsey, how did you come up with this? Because I think we gave you a reference image, but it's totally different from the reference image. I was wondering how you decided to come up with this idea. Or anything you wanted to say about it.
I actually just kind of looked up a bunch of different reference images because that's the thing with these monsters. There's so many different depictions of them, and they're all very different. So I just kind of took all the elements of them that I thought looked aesthetically pleasing and just spliced them together to make it something that I liked. But it's kind of funny because when you were talking about the way that you made the song, when I was visualizing it, I had a completely different kind of vibe. I was not imagining the first point perspective of a child during the day, because I got very lullaby vibes from it, because you said you added that sound to it to make it sound more kind of childlike. So for me, it's I'm imagining some Inuit village in the middle of the night, everyone's sleeping, everyone's peaceful, just low glowing in the house. And then that's the beginning part, and then when the monster breaks through the ice, that's when he's all right, I'm coming to snatch some babies that were being bad. I was thinking kind of the whole Krampus thing. It's they've been threatened, and you don't know when it's gonna come. So like I visualize like this is like in the middle of the night and the monster's like coming out of the ice and like slowly like gonna make its way to the village and just like yoink some babies and stuff like that. So
And what's cool about that is you're right, because music and visual art, I mean, it's subjective.
Yeah.
So that's cool if you interpret it that way. That is just what I had in mind when I wrote it. But there's no wrong way to interpret music, as far as I'm concerned, unless it's like super duper programmatic music that has program notes, like this song is about this, this part is this.
But
that's fine.
I think I managed to capture the same like vibe though. Like it's just the inspiration for it that I came up with was kind of like just different than like I guess the vision that you had. But in the end, it turned out completely fine. And this is honestly one of my favorite monsters from the album, just because of the way that it like looked. I like that it was like kind of like more of like tribal-ish, but also the song I think is my favorite track from the album. Just like I remember the first time that I listened to it, the not final version, I kind of got like chills. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. I can't take it.
It is supposed to be cold, so that's good. You got chills.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
Anyway.
what's up, Dr. Strangelove? Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, man. And how's it going?
oh yeah, he's one of my people.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome. Oh, someone bought a merch shirt. Wait.
Yay!
Hey,
Who?
shout out to I Heart Monster. I hope you enjoyed that. The shirts are super comfy, in my opinion.
Yes.
It's the same company that made the Death by Machines one, so if you got any of their merch by chance, it fits very similarly and feels very similarly. The Merv, thank you for saying that. He said Nightmares Tonight. Pretty cool song, man. Nice atmosphere. Thank you. And Stubbs, what's up, dude? He says, sup, 3rd Avenue peeps.
3rd Ave.
3rd Ave in the house. What's up? How's it going, man? Thanks for being here. So we just listened to, that was the 3rd track, right? Okay, track number 3. Shoo, let's do a giveaway. I think we need to do that.
Let me jump in here before we do that.
Oh, yeah,
So,
sorry. Okay.
You have one of these books, I think.
I do. Oh, yeah.
Alicia Qalupalik is the author of The Qalupalik. I think it's that, right?
Yep.
Which is a frightening How is this a children's story is what I want to know.
Well, I read this, if you follow me on Twitch, this is one of our bedtime stories from one of our gaming nights. And I read from, by the way, for anyone on Twitch, all of those were hints and allusions to the album. So every single, I didn't read you too many of them because I don't have that many, but I read you one, and this one was one for sure. It actually is a happy ending. Like the beginning of this book talks about the creature, and it's super terrifying, but halfway through, there's like a little story that sounds like it's not going to end well, but then it does.
Oh, God.
It's really weird. It's still really creepy, but we read this one on stream a few weeks back.
This is the one with the child without parents. How was that a happy ending?
Yep.
Come on now.
Well, yeah, that's true. But it didn't get eaten by the Qalupalik. It
That
was
part
it
is
was afraid.
happy.
It was afraid of the children's toes, the child's toes.
He was still
He
still
threatened to eat him with the toes.
parentless and shoeless in the middle of the Arctic. Shout out to that child.
Oh, we could have NitroTwinkie read it. Well, let's see. Hang on a minute. How long is this thing? I think it's a relatively short story. You don't know the story.
I don't.
This would be perfect. All right, Kevin's gonna sight read us the story.
The whole thing?
Yeah, it's not long. It's not long
no.
at all. It starts halfway through. So this is the Qalupalik and the Orphan, and feel free to show the pictures if you feel so inclined as you read the story.
Okay.
Here we go.
I've been told that you have to turn me up too, by the way.
I already did.
Okay, good.
Do some more.
In the spring, the frozen sea begins to break up. This is a dangerous time to be on the ice, and children are told to stay away from the beach. Once, in the spring, several children disobeyed their parents' warnings and went down to the beach to play. One of the children was an orphan.
The end.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No one looked after this unfortunate little boy. His clothes were ragged and torn, and no one took the time to mend his clothing for him. His hammock was so worn that his toes were showing. This is the saddest thing I think I've seen ever.
You can show it on. Oh yeah, yours is kind of bright. Sorry.
When the children reached the beach, one of them saw something strange in the water amongst the broken ice. "Watch out, there's a Qalupalik nearby," he shouted to the other children. Jesus.
There we go.
I just turned the page.
I think it's so creepy. Oh, hang on. I got to advertise Kevin real quick. Can we commission NitroTwinkie to read other bedtime stories?
Absolutely.
You can. Just hit him up. He has a YouTube channel.
That's right.
Set up a cameo or whatever it's called.
There you go. Yeah.
Ooh,
Fiverr.
yeah. I'll record your voicemail message for you.
There you go.
The children, including the orphan, all ran from the shore. They ran from the ice towards the lichen-covered rocks. They ran to get out of the reach of the Qalupalik. As the orphan ran, his foot almost fell out of his worn hammock. This slowed him down and allowed the Qalupalik to catch up to him. The orphan stopped and turned to face the Qalupalik. The Qalupalik examined the little orphan very closely.
What are those?
asked the Qalupalik as he pointed towards the orphan's worn hammock. Those are my toes, answered the orphan. Again, who drew this? It wasn't Kelsey, but it was frightening.
It's very frightening.
Qalupalik, it's different spelling
There's a different
now,
spelling.
have webbed feet, so these separate toes looked very strange to it. The Qalupalik asked.
What do they do?
The orphan answered.
They eat people.
The Qalupalik quickly replied.
Then grasp them tightly so they can't eat me. They have swallowed a person whole even when I grasped them as tightly as I could.
Oh, sorry, said the orphan with a little smile on his face.
He changed his voice
That's
real
right, he
quick.
was very scared. When the orphan said that, the Qalupalik backed away from him hastily, frightened by those toes that might attack it. When the Qalupalik got back to the shore, it slipped under the ice and disappeared. The orphan had fooled the Qalupalik and managed to escape from being put inside the creature's amuti and taken into the sea. The end.
I think the amuti or mati is the bag or the basket it wears.
Backpack.
There you go. So
I think it's spelled differently too, because I think one's like the plural, and then the other one is like referring to it as a singular.
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god, guys.
back at it again
we
with some
just-
frostbitten toes. Nice.
Do we just English?
We did.
Do we
So
just grammar?
McCarthy said, I laughed out loud when I read this book too, because he says, "What are those?" Like in the illustration, he's like,
Yes,
he's
I'll find
pointing at the toes, and he's like, "What are those?" It's so funny. I laughed at it too, but yeah, there you go. If you can see that.
What are those?
Yeah, exactly. So that is the Qalupalik. Very, very creepy stuff. And
Aguta is the Inuit name meaning gatherer of the dead, by the way. And
Okay.
Michael Kasugak is one of the authors of A Promise is a Promise, which is another children's book about the Qalupalik.
okay,
that we
so
did not
there
get.
are multiple.
There are-
There are multiple.
This is a thing.
Man, all right. So giveaway. Hey,
Woo!
we didn't
Do
do
it.
that yet, did we?
Nope.
Okay, everybody. All right, Ivan, thank you so much for that 500 bits. And shipments to South America are kind of expensive. Just bought all your discount. Dude, thank you. Thank you so much. Really, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it so much.
Nice, Ivan.
Shout out to Ivan. You're awesome, man. Thank you. All right, so we still have signed albums to give away. We still have t-shirts, and we have art prints. So Twitch, you're up.
Yeah.
All right, Twitch.
It is your turn to answer the question. All you have to do if you're just joining us, we're going to ask our NitroTwinkie is going to ask a trivia question. The first one to type the correct answer wins it all.
That's right. This is a little bit difficult. Sorry, Twitch, but this is all you.
CS Guitars is 24-hour prize music live stream next.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do it on Monday. Actually, I can't do Monday stream. Never mind. I'll be out of town. But yeah, next time. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, what was Artificial Fear's first guitar?
If you don't know, you better start guessing. Music
Right.
is too loud, by the way. Oh crap!
Whoa.
It sounds quiet over here, but I got you. I'll turn it down. How's that?
Here we go.
PC Rich.
You didn't hear.
Oh, we already got a winner. That was the first guess. Wow, I don't think I've ever talked about this. We're just going to guess guitars. It was the Fender Squire. Bears attacked me. You win. You win. The PC Rich was my second guitar. Okay, so Bears attacked me. I'm going to spin the wheel for you. Let's see what you win. Congratulations. Don't worry, we got lots more prizes to give away. What's it gonna be? Oh, you get a set of Guitar Hero controller. Actually, I had the guitar before the Guitar Hero thing was a thing. So congrats to Bears Attack Me. You have won yourself a set of art prints from Monstrum by Kelsadelphia. Shout out to Kelsadelphia LLC. Okay, did I copy and paste your name? Nope, I did not. All right, Bears attacked me.
It's Bears.
You win a set of art prints. Congrats. All right, thanks for playing, everyone. But don't worry if you didn't win yet. We got more prizes after these messages. Actually, no, we're going to go ahead and do another song. What do we got next? Ooh, there's another one I don't know how to pronounce. And this one is from Japanese folklore.
I think you have to say it
All right.
with an accent.
Here we go, everyone. It's time for cultural appropriation.
There we go.
Here we go. So this one,
Don't cancel us, please.
please don't cancel us.
Educate
Jorogumo,
us,
I believe is how this is pronounced. Jorogumo. If anyone knows how to actually say this, go for it. Now, the translation is quite interesting of this. It literally translates as whore spider. So that should give you an idea of what this gal is about.
Sex worker spider.
Oh God. Well, I'm just
Chia
reading
Ho.
what I read off of Wikipedia. Ad blocker. Spider lady. I probably should have said that. All right, dibs.
You say it like this.
Jorogumo. Yeah, there you go. That's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who doesn't love a good old fashioned hoe spider? Yeah. So this one, first of all, just the artwork is terrifying, and that is a term of endearment in this case. Kelsey, it's amazing. Look carefully if you can see its eyes. There's like 2 sets of eyes. Part of them are being blocked by the bangs. No pun intended. She totally bangs. Anyway, yeah, I mean, seriously, this is amazing. And I really like the whole thing with this. Kevin's going to read the liner notes, but the part of it you can't see on purpose, although you have...
Ooh, should I go sneak?
I don't know. Let's leave it out.
I'm going to leave it out.
Leave it out. So there are parts of the story left out on purpose. But yeah, here we go. So these are the liner notes for Jorogumo.
Sorry.
My eyes are up here.
My eyes are farther up here. Nope, keep going.
Here we go.
I'm sorry for the letter and the nature of it, but my main communication lines have been monitored since the accident. Ross's death kills inside and continues to haunt me. Since our boot camp days, we've been like brothers. I know some of what I'm going to say seem hard, but you deserve to know the truth. And you're not going to get that from the COs on the base. The truth is, Ross and I went out and partied hard. On the way back to base, this woman pokes her head out of an alleyway and invites us up to her apartment. I'm sorry to say, this sounds so stupid to say out loud. Asked me what he was. I kept insisting I didn't know for as long as I could, thinking I could buy him some time and save him some duty. He didn't show up. I told them everything, and instead they told you that BS training exercise accident. I'm so sorry. I feel like I killed him. I should have brought him back to base with me. Found them tangled in some spider webs when I went back to the same alleyway the next week. Man, remember how scared of spiders he was? If he only knew where his glasses ended up. Charles B., Lieutenant Corporal, stationed Camp Kinzer, letter from 2009.
Nice. There you go. Rollcast says, why isn't the text also in Japanese? Immersion ruined.
I actually did just read it in Japanese. Did you understand me?
All right. Oh, wow. MacArthur said, I already 100% believe this story happens all the time in Okinawa, Japan. Wow. Okay. So there you go. So that is sort of, I guess that's where the folklore comes from. Was it originally sold? How did you come up with the soldier thing?
I actually bounced a lot of the ideas off of my Marine wife. So I double checked with that. So yeah, did I mispronounce what the abbreviation was? I'm sorry. It is a Lance Corporal. My fault. But yeah, she was stationed in Okinawa as well, and this is a real thing that could definitely happen, as confirmed by McCarthyson as well.
So yeah, she's supposed to be just enticing to men. She entices the guy in and basically just kills them. So it's pretty easy to understand, but it's really creepy, especially if you don't like spiders, because it's a giant spider. And I tried to, in the music we're going to listen to in a second, I tried to definitely evoke that fear of spiders. If you have it, you're going to hear creepy crawly sound effects and things like that, and some other cool things. So let's go ahead and listen to the song. And wait. Okay, we talk about the art afterwards. I always forget the order. We'll have Kelsey talk about how she came up with this in just a little bit. Here is Jorogumo-san. What's up, Pact Eternal? Beep boop. Skitter, skitter. Where's my flamethrower? Spraying Raid like deodorant as we speak.
It's on your arm. I saw it.
Louise, if you're still here, I'm so sorry for this.
We triggered somebody.
Good job, chat. All right, there's Jorogumo.
Has everybody finished burning their house down yet?
Put your flamethrowers away. It's okay, I promise.
Oh no, as who said it? You never put down the flamethrower.
You guys were cracking us up. Good job, chat.
Honestly, the first time I heard that song, I did like start itching like immediately, and this was like the first one that I started working on. And as soon as I heard it, I was just like, like.
Oh, cool. This
like,
was the first one you were doing?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. Yeah, so again, at the beginning, you're supposed to feel the creepy crawlies sort of crawling all over you. That was the idea.
The sound you used for that, there was something special in that, wasn't there?
Oh, God, I don't remember now.
In your music room? Or
this one, Lycan had some sounds from like random sound bites I would record and manipulate and stuff like that. This one, I randomly stumbled upon a sound when I was just looking like sound designing one day. KH Pandas, thank you so much, man, for the 5 tier 1 subs. Woo! Shout out to Pandas. Thank you so much, man. This one, I don't remember if I used anything out of my banner room, but
Dread it, bro!
oh,
Sorry,
yeah, I forgot to. Here we go. We'll get at least one of these in. Here we go. It should still be playing. Yeah. There it is. Thank you, Cage Pandas. I appreciate that, man. And Santana Revenge, thank you for the follow on Twitch. But yeah, nice and creepy. Also, you get some cool grooves to headbang to, and some cool guitar parts and that fun stuff. And you noticed right away the part that I added. Okay, it didn't sound Japanese enough. So I basically used the Hirajoshi pentatonic scale, which is a Japanese scale, to write a cool little melody.
Threw some theory at us.
It's really cool. Well, it has that that Japanese sound when you hear it. So I wanted to have that, and I added a breakdown section at the end that uses that melody again.
That was
so some classic metal tropes there. So yeah. Kelsey, the artwork. So this was the first one you did.
Yeah.
How did you come up with
honestly, when I first started working on everything, I was not overwhelmed, but I was like, all right, I have 11 monsters to pick from. So which one inspires me the most? So naturally, I identified more with the horror spider. So that was my first. That was my first one that I went with. So yeah, but it's so funny because when I first started sketching it, like I actually dug out this like all my sketches. I had them sitting right here, and it was so big that I had to like literally like splice two like pieces of paper together to like make it.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
this one was this one was so much fun to do. Like the face, like I honestly like want to redraw like a close up of the face because I wanted it to kind of look like almost like a kabuki mask or something like that.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I like that you guys like saw the eyes because it's like they are visible, but like they're not very easily seen. So that was like part of it, and then the other half of the art that was like kind of like challenging to do was like formatting the booklet page because this like when Kevin was reading it, if it sounded like he was like skipping sentences or if like the text looked broken up, it's because it actually is, because he had even more of a bigger, better write-up of it that had like a lot of kind of like suspense in it, but we could only fit so much within the booklet. So I was like, how can I kind of make this work with the art and manage to fit everything? So I was like, well, what if I make it look like parts of it are like ripped out, so you're only kind of getting like half the story, like there's more that went on but you're not actually hearing it, so you're kind of just having to imagine what went down yourself. So this one was my like one of my favorite ones to work on from both like the art as well as like the actual page formatting, because like the writing side of it as well was kind of a creative challenge as well. So
well, good job on it. It turned out fantastic.
100%.
You've been commissioned to reimagine the monster wearing a Sailor Moon uniform in the chat.
Oh, all right, I'm down.
I think there's
why
extra
not
cost
Matt? Yeah, for sure.
Why not? That would make a great back tattoo.
That would be amazing. Max says, why not Matt in a Sailor Moon outfit? I don't own a Sailor Moon outfit. Otherwise, I would put it on for you, just for this song. Zero Byte says, Rule 34 for Jorogumo? I don't know. Yeah, sure. Isn't that the whole point of Rule 34?
Well, it's on the internet now, so it'll take about 30 minutes before.
Give it 30 minutes.
Someone
in chat's working on it right now.
Snipped it.
So there you go. Anything else you wanted to say about this one?
Yeah, the name Ross, is it Ross Jennings, which is Jeff Daniels' character in Arachnophobia. So that was my little shout out.
Oh, cool. Okay.
There's a
that's awesome.
There's also a Charles in there. The guy's name, Charles, is the author of Jorogumo, Curse of the Spider Princess. That is a book that you could get that we weren't able to get.
No, yeah, we couldn't find that one. It wasn't for sale or something.
Yeah.
Kelsey Rollcast wants to know, the art is great. Where can I see more of it? Where can we get more of your art?
Well, if you want more of this art, I feel like I probably shouldn't say that yet because then it'll give away what some of the monsters are. But
that's true.
You can,
okay.
I'll wait to tell you that at the end, but pretty much just go to Kelsadelphia.com and I have my portfolio and all my socials on there. So yeah. There
you go.
That's where you'll find me, Kelsadelphia.com, in the flesh, but not in the flesh. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
On YouTube, Ghosty's Gambit, I'm sorry I didn't read your comment until now. POV, you sprayed the boss with a raid and it only got more mad. Nice. Yeah, that's exactly it. Enters phase 2 more like. All right, so anything else we want to say before we give away some prizes? I think we should do a giveaway. Shall we? Here we go, everybody. Wait, I have an epic applause sound.
All right, there's our crowd.
There it is.
Sounds about right.
There it is,
guys. We're throwing back over to YouTube. This is for YouTube.
YouTube. All right, YouTube. This is for you only. Anyone can answer, but only YouTube is eligible to win the prize.
All right. So again, a YouTube catered question. We didn't do this on purpose, but all right, everybody. All right. What was Artificial Fear's first video game cover?
Ooh.
Put your answer in chat now.
Come on, YouTube. You can do it. Don't let me down. $1, Bob, says Outfield.
Wrong.
God, Kevin, I'm so getting like Two-Face vibes from like Batman Forever right now. From the way you said that.
I'm so okay with that.
Come on, YouTube.
What is the hype?
You gotta be more specific. You gotta be more specific. All right. Oh, Mr. Whittleywah, who's death. You win, sir. James, you were close, but you gotta be more specific. It was Song of Storms. That was my first video game cover of all time.
Danky Kang.
Danky Kang.
Also, shout out to everyone who noticed the "You're a winner" dinner gif and is pointing that out right now.
Yes, here you go. You're a winner. because monsters eat people.
That's right.
All right, so we're gonna spin the wheel for Mr. Widdly-Wah, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Here we go.
Mr. Widdly-Wah, Mr. Widdly-Wah, Mr. Widdly-Wah, Mr. Widdly-Wah. Stop!
And we'll stop it there. Okay, congratulations, Mr. Widdly-Wah, also known as Death. You win a signed album. Did you already purchase one? I can't remember. If you did, let me know. We'll figure out something else we can get for you. But good jam. I'm gonna put Death because I'm gonna forget that as soon as the stream is over. Who the heck
No
is
whammy,
Mr.
no whammy, no
Widdly-Wah? No whammies. Widdly-Wah. Congrats, man. All right.
McCarthy's gonna put Saving Private Ryan as your first video game cover on YouTube.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Nice. Yeah, it was definitely Song of Storms. Okay, so the next one's fun. Shall we move on to the next song? This is another one I can't pronounce, so I'm gonna call it the subtitled name. This one is titled Mongolian Deathworm, which is just awesome. But I think you know how to pronounce it.
Algoy Kahoy. Kakoy.
Algoy Kakoy. Algoy Kakoy.
However they do it in the movie.
I love this one.
The artwork is so good. Getting major Trimmer vibes here. It's awesome. So yeah, Kevin's gonna read the awesome liner notes, and we can talk about the monster, and then listen to Mongolian Deathworm. Ready for Dune? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. The people of the southern Gobi Desert do not acknowledge those who die in the dunes as gone, nor do they refer to them as lost. It is odd to say the least, often stating that the desert devoured them. I also notice them whispering when I'm not around. There is something out there. I can feel it. The villagers move in odd patterns when we walk across the sands and discourage talk during our excursions. I do not know why, but it makes this place feel all the more desolate and empty. Ivan Monroe, zoological journalist, travel notes from 1992.
There you go. Now, this one I think was another one. I haven't read it in a while, but was this another one that someone actually planned out a hunt to go hunt the thing down?
Yeah, I'll jump to that because that's, again, like, this is a real creature.
Yeah.
I think.
They're all real. All of these are real. So watch out.
Ivan McKeary is a real person who led small groups into the Gobi Desert to look for the worm, the Mongolian death worm. So, yeah.
Yeah, just imagine a big creepy worm in the desert that just will jump out at any moment and eat you alive. It's really cool. Santo, I still have it on my main playlist along with other songs you published on Newgrounds. Oh, buddy, you're one of the OGs, man. I'm assuming you're talking about Song of Storms. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. So we'll listen to the tracks of this one. So Kevin and I, when he came up with the idea and we sat down together and, like, first of all, we were just deciding on monsters. That was really hard to do because there's a lot of really cool stuff.
Yep.
But we had like a category or a column just said like descriptor words or just adjectives to help me out sort of just to start writing the music. And the one that really stood out to me that Kevin came up with was desolate. And we wanted the track to feel desolate. And since it's Mongolian Deathworm, I also wanted to incorporate Mongolian throat singing in it. And I looked for a while. I was looking for like plugins. And there's apparently not a plugin for that.
Is there not?
So
That's
if
crazy.
there is, it's crazy. So I kind of taught myself how to do it, just to some really basic throat singing. There's like 10 different sounds you can do. Whoa, Betty! CS Guitar, what are you doing? My man, thank you so much for the 15 tier 1 subs. Thank you, man.
Yeah, what are you doing? We're supposed to be getting our house renovated soon, dude. Come on.
Like, babe, we gotta pay bills. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Can't take it back.
Dude, shout out. But first of all, hang on. We gotta talk about CS Guitar 89 for a second for those who are uneducated in the chat right now. As far as I'm concerned, there were 3 OG video game cover artists that really stuck with it for a while. I'll say 4. You had Metal Daniel, who was the first guy I ever saw do video game covers. I think he still does it, but maybe not very often. You had CS Guitar 89, who made amazing, he did lots of Nintendo covers, and they're super good. And now he's doing his own solo project. And I'm sorry, it's slipping my name right now. Casper, could you tell me what it's called? Or Kelsey, your solo,
Yeah,
What's it
Project
called?
Dawn.
Project Dawn. There you go. He has
Project
Project
Dawn,
Dawn, so he's doing original stuff now. And then you had Family Jewels, and then myself, and we were all kind of just doing it sort of at the same time. It was really cool how it all happened. But anyway, he's here in the chat, and we're graced by his presence. And thank you so much, man. That is really nice of you to do. Project Dawn. There it is.
I think he just wanted to take my spot as the top sub gifter for the channel.
Your
Like, he
name
just
was
couldn't
bugging
let me
him
have
up
my
there.
moment. Yeah, he was just like, no, girl, get out of here.
Yeah, so thanks, man. I appreciate it. So this one, Mongolian Death Form, very desolate, Mongolian throat singing, and that's kind of the feel of this one. So let's check out Mongolian Death Worm. Appreciate that, dude. Thanks. Something different? Oh my god! Fear Complex, thank you so much, man. The 16 Shout out, dude. Thank you. Respect. We did MacArthurson, yes. We got a sample of this one. %, slower. Mongolian hook.
I've been waiting for this part.
It's finished. There you go. Mongolian deathworm. Everybody, do it for the spice, as McCarthy said.
My chat in there with the Dune references. Heck yeah.
Yeah. That was, you guys are cracking us up. Thank you for all the comments. That was good. So yeah, this one was really fun to work on. First of all, I got to learn a new skill, so that was cool.
No, I'm sorry, Matt. Just someone mentioned it in chat too, but like he just glanced over the fact that he casually learned how to taught himself a thing that people spend years learning how to do. That's kind of Matt in a nutshell, by the way. It's like, oh, this would be cool to pick up, and it just learns it in 2 hours.
In my defense, in your defense, everyone's defense, I can't do it super consistently and for a long time. I think I just need to practice it. Like I could do it for a couple of days, and then I recorded it, and then like didn't really work on it again. But yeah, to start doing, I can show you how you start it. It's sort of, and I think we did this on stream when we talked. I sampled this one a month or so ago. Anyway, you start by clearing your throat, like because if you do that, what you're doing is I don't know all of the terms of the vocal folds, but basically when you go, there are these, I think they're called them false chords. There's something back there that are actually activating and vibrating, and that's what you're trying to get to happen when you want to do that style of thing. So it's like a and it's happening in the back. And this is used way too much as a stupid thing to say, but it's true. Like it's all from your diaphragm, just like metal singing, I guess. And that's how you start working on it. You just do that, and that eventually will come out like that. And that's how you begin to do it, like that. That's probably how they started doing it. They were all just really sick one day.
That sounded good. Do that
was
again.
cool.
Sounds absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's yeah, beautiful is one word for that. But it's really cool. And crap, and the term for that style is slipping my mind. I think it's called the huli. That style of singing is called huli, and there's like 12 different sounds they can do, and that's just one. And essentially, it takes whatever pitch you're producing, and it produces it an octave lower, which is really cool. It's like way lower than I could ever sing. And also, I wanted to do words, but the only sound I can do is so that's what we went with.
Which actually means hot dog.
Yeah. So yeah, someone's going to be offended by that, but that's okay. Kelsey, the artwork is so cool. How did you decide to go with this route? Because the reference images, most of them, and I think this would have been lame if you'd done it, they're really small. It's like a small red little worm. And it's not as cool as this.
Nope.
Yeah. So basically, I just made the executive decision to just not do the way that they described it. Because, first of all, when I saw, this was like one of the last ones that I worked on, and I think you had all like the sample tracks ready for me, except for like this one and another one. And I remember when I was like reading up on this, like the lore and the description, I was just like, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna make this interesting. Like I am not looking forward to drawing this at all. Like, because at that point I did all the other monsters and they were very intricate and detailed, and like I was like, oh, these look so badass. And then it's like, it's a worm and it's in the desert, and I'm like, that sounds so boring. So I kind of just held off on this one until you sent me the sample track that you came up with, and then when you finally sent it to me, I was just like, oh shit, like this is so cool. And then I got it done within like literally 10 minutes, but I kind of was going for more of like the Tremors vibe. But the thing with the Tremors one, it's like, I mean, obviously it's an older movie and it's kind of like a bit campy and stuff, but I was like, I wanted to have like the big like kind of just man-eating worm vibe, but like very like putrid and acidic, because it's like called a death worm. They say like it's if you touch it you'll pretty much die. And it's almost kind of like a spider in the sense where it's like they inject, like if it injects its prey with like this venom to basically like make it like have seizures and like incapacitate it but keep it alive so that it can still eat it. So I really just wanted to kind of add like a lot of slime and shit to its mouth to make it just look like it's just like, no matter what part of it, if it eats you, if it touches you, if it sprays some stuff at you, you're basically screwed.
Right.
And when I was drawing it, I wanted it to look like it was kind of coming out of the sand, because like they're usually like ground dwellers. So I kind of tried to draw like the sand like dripping off of it, like as if it was just like bursting out.
That came through really well, by the way. Yeah. It looks cool.
Thank you. And because we had like a Google Drive where I was uploading all the drafts, and like immediately Kevin was like, I love how you did this. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad that like he noticed that right away, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be picked up. But yeah, That's basically.
I want to say
that's
too,
basically
on the other ones there might have been like a little back and forth, maybe a note here or there on some of the other artwork. But I think this one came through and everybody was just like, nope, this is it. Yep, no rewrites on this sucker. You did it.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, I think
Thank
the
you.
original thing I sent you guys, it was like 30 seconds. It was just like the atmospheric sounds. That's all you had at the beginning. But
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't. This was
And
I think the last
and
one I
just you
finished.
grunting into a microphone. I was like, all right.
Can you draw this,
Really cool
Kelsey?
friends now.
And she said yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Spoken word into
Yeah.
art. Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's see.
Also, thank you so much to everyone for your kind words in the chat.
I mean,
really
it's good
appreciate
stuff.
it.
It's amazing. So good job. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Thankful.
Outfield. He says, "Okay, now do Alex Terrible." Yeah, that would be ridiculous. I wish I could. That his voice is stupid, in a good way. All right.
I can't remember who I did it, but like even McCurry, he did that one for sure.
Yeah.
Monroe is the name. Stephen Monroe is the director. If you guys want another campy Tremor-esque movie, by the way, there is a B movie called Mongolian Deathworm, directed by Stephen Monroe. Go find it. It has Sean Patrick Flannery in it from Boondock Saints.
It's really cool.
It's terribly good. Please go watch it. But that's where those names came from.
Mitch says Christopher Walken impression. All I can do is no. That's all I can do. And it's terrible. Yep, Boondock Saint shout out. Okay, so wait, Death Metal Unicorn. That's better. Is that the name of the voice? Is it Dag Karg? So I think there's a name for each of those things from the Hooli. So clearly he knows more about it than I do. That's really cool. Giveaway time, shall we? Oh boy!
It's time for another giveaway.
Shout out to everybody. All right. Hey, what's up, Big Fee 84? Wait, is this the Fee that I know? Hang on.
Come on down.
Is it Fee? Fee. If it's you, say it's you. All right. Oh, it's Twitch turn. Yeah, Twitch. All right. Twitch. A show E669. It was Mongolian Deathworm, right? Was that the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Mongolian Deathworm is
Mongolian
the name of the
Deathworm
movie he was referring to.
If you need, like, there are others. Directed by Stephen Monroe. Please watch that movie.
There you go. All right, we still have signed albums, t-shirts, and art prints to give away. Twitch, this is for you if you're just joining us. All you have to do is type in the correct answer first. Here we go.
All right, I don't know if anybody knows, but Artificial Fear is classically trained on musical instruments. What is Artificial Fear's primary musical instrument that he plays in wind orchestra?
Oh, Outfield already got it. Oh, there's some people that the real life people know right away. All right, Outfield 20J called it. It is the trumpet. Ding, 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 ding. You win, sir.
He doesn't even play guitar, guys.
I don't actually play guitar.
No.
This is true.
This is all just
So-
effects coming from his trumpet.
Yes, that's right. We're gonna spin the wheel for Mr. Outfield here. Let's see what we get. And you win a T-shirt of your movie.
A brand new car.
Here, applause.
Yes.
The piccolo. That was my second one. Yes. Graded air guitar. So, I'm just gonna put your real name since I know you. Okay. We'll hook up later, Outfield, and we'll figure out what shirt to get you and your address and all that jazz. So, congrats, dude. I invented dubstep from the trumpet mouthpiece. That video is hilarious, by the way, if you guys don't know what he's referring to. Just look up trumpet dubstep. It's great. All right, so let's go to another song. What's next?
Dude.
Dude. You haven't heard the ending to this one yet.
No,
I'm excited because I think this is one of his favorites from the drafts, and he hasn't heard the finished product.
The
So I'm
second
excited.
half of this album I'm so pumped for
All right,
now.
here we go. So this one, is it Knuckleavee?
Knuckleavee.
Knuckleavee. Let's check it out.
We've been pronouncing this.
Look at this freak. So
Good
Knuckleavee.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Again, shout out to the artwork. I know we're going to talk about it in a minute, but it's amazing. All right, Kevin, let's hear these liner notes.
On long nights when the air is turning colder, the old children's song keeps popping into my head. Warning sirens will do us no good, the beast is already here. It comes from the sea when summer has ended, famine and death are near. Don't say its name, don't utter a word, for it will destroy our crop. The yellow of its eyes, the black of its blood, the thunder of hooves will not stop.
Catherine Barrett, lighthouse operator from the Orkney Isles, journal entry from 1808.
Okay, I got to shout out Kevin here because, I mean, it's awesome liner notes, but basically he took everything about this thing and put it into a poem, which is really cool.
I'm going to deflect this compliment.
Okay,
because,
I spoke too soon.
Yep.
I stole it from the internet, that's why.
No. This is Kelsey.
Kelsey did this one?
This
I didn't
poem
know.
is 100% Kelsey.
Well, fine. Shout out to Kelsey.
If you check the Google Drive, you would know these things.
Here's what you guys also know. Kelsey also did the music for this track. This is all Kelsey. Yeah. She did everything. Well, good job then, Kelsey. This is amazing.
This is like the equivalent to when like women published their stuff under a male's name back in the day.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. Kevin, this is amazing.
Basically all this.
This is exactly what's happening.
Oops, my bad.
So Kelsey took, I had a story in here somewhere, like a short thingy, and she was like super apologetic at first. I was like, hey, I just kind of like went with this instead. But like, very sorry, if this is too much or whatever. It's like, and this popped out, and I was like, no, this is it right here. This is what we're using.
So this monster is really creepy, and it basically, what season does it come?
When winter is coming.
When winter is coming, summer's over, winter's coming, and it basically comes out of the water and just brings death and famine to everyone. So I wanted to have, and this is the track. This is the one that's like metal all the way. And figured for anyone who's like really big into metal, this might be your favorite track if you like that kind of stuff. There's some atmospheric sounds, but it's just guitar and drums. Art of Philly Fear, nice. So, and it's fast. And it's supposed to be like it's just coming out and then laying waste to everyone. That's all. There's no deep meaning to this one. That's all you get. So what you see is what you get. It's face value. So here is Knuckle of V. Hope you guys enjoy it. Play core. No one here likes metal. All the monsters are whores. Monstrum. There you go. Once that one gets going, there's really no break. It just goes. That one's gonna be fun to play live.
Seriously, you go.
That one's fun. So yeah, that the whole thing is supposed to be about like the galloping rhythms to imitate the horse running. That's the whole. All of the riffs are based off of just like galloping. It. It's really cool. So that one was really fun to work on. That one was the second from the last one to finish. It took me forever to come up with an ending to that one for some reason. But I hope you enjoyed it, Mermaider. Maybe Thunder Horse is what you're thinking of. Thunder Horse is kind of sort of similar. There's galloping rhythms and stuff in that.
Thunder Horse or Thunder Whores?
Oh god.
Well, at this point, everything's
Everything we're on,
Yeah.
Promiscuous. So the artwork. So I forgot to talk about the physical appearance of this monster is the creepiest to me, just the way it looks. And there was some art I just happened to find that helped me inspire me before Kelsey sent me her version. But basically, it's like a horse. It's not really half horse, half man. It's like horse, and there's like half of a man coming out of it, and it's really creepy because the arms are so long that they drag the ground, like the human part of the monster. It's just something about that is really terrifying to me. Just imagine this thing running out of the water, bringing famine and death, and it's like basically dragging its knuckles on the ground. And I think Kelsey did an awesome job with this. So you want to talk about the art for this one? It's morbid. I love it.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny because I feel like out of all the monsters, this is the one that we had to edit the most. Not like crazy edit, but like just to make sure that it had the vibe down. Because when I was listening to the track, like it's very obvious that it's just like he's just going in and destroying shit and messing shit up. So like I was thinking of like more of this like kind of like sinister, like kind of like rabid kind of like face of him. So I actually have the sketch here to show you what I originally came up with. Let me just focus real quick. And it's like this more like kind of like almost like an Iron Maiden-y type skull. Like it's a lot more just like evil and sinister. But so I felt like that fit the song better, but like for the actual nature of the monster, it didn't, because it's supposed to be very just like dead and lifeless and just like have like no expression and stuff. So almost like the contrast of like just having like this brutal kind of song and like this brutal these brutal characteristics, but like its physical appearance is just very like kind of like solemn and dead. It's kind of like a cool balance of the two. But yeah, on the screen you can see the final product that I kind of just turned the eyes to be a lot more like lifeless, and then the mouth just kind of hanging open, very just like dull, and like the arms like slung down and stuff. So
very creepy. I love it.
But
it's really good.
I like both versions though. Yeah.
No, it's like the lifelessness of it is like you don't give it to reason with it. You don't get to talk to it. It's not gonna. It just comes up and destroys you. You don't get to do it. That's what's creepier about this version than the first one to me.
It's almost like it doesn't know what it's doing. It's like this is just what I'm programmed to do, and it's like I'm on autopilot to just go mess everything up. So, yeah.
That's cool. And then Death says brings death and famine. Also has a luscious head of hair. He does. He uses L'Oreal. It's amazing. And he says he just wants water, dudes.
Yeah. It's all that salt water from being stuck in the ocean constantly, you know? It just gives him so much volume.
Yes. You gotta repair your split ends.
And McCarthyson, that's true. He says it's an embodiment of death. That's exactly right. It's just cool. Just running out, kills everything, runs back in. Like, well, I just wanted to play with you guys. What's happening?
The last name Barrett comes from Oliver Barrett, who's the author of The Knucklevi, which is a really creepy book that we also found. I don't think we got. Did you get that one?
I wasn't able to find that one.
Okay. And then Catherine Briggs is a British folklorist, and she said this is the nastiest of all the demons of Scotland's Northern Isles.
There you go.
Which also probably implies that there are other nasty demons in Scotland's Northern Isles. And of course, that someone mentioned that Orkney is an actual place, and this is apparently where it lives. Mm-hmm. Orkney is just home of this thing.
Dragonfire says Barrett. It's from Final Fantasy VII.
You're right.
Is the name based on dragging its knuckles on the ground? I never thought of that, but I don't think it is. Do you guys know?
I didn't read.
That would be really cool.
That would be.
Yeah.
I imagine like Gaelic or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't know what.
We're gonna say yes. It's definitely meant to be the knuckles dragging on the ground. Okay, shall we do a giveaway? Here we go. Who's next? Is it YouTube?
It's YouTube.
YouTube, look alive. Here we go.
Mech is keeping us on point here.
So we still have 2 signed albums, 1 T-shirt, and 3 art prints to give away.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
Apparently, it derives from Orcadian mythology, by the way, and it means
Okay.
devil of the sea.
Devil of the Sea. That's
Everything
way cooler.
Yeah.
I look up or get told by this creature makes it cooler.
It's
Every
so cool.
single thing.
It's so cool. All right, here we go, YouTube.
All right, YouTube only. Here we go. What is Artificial Fear's favorite Mortal Kombat character?
This is interesting.
This one's so hard.
Come on, YouTube. Oh, McCarthy got it first already. Out the gate. Wait, we're doing YouTube, right?
Yep.
All right. That is my favorite character, right? Okay.
Monstrum.
Yes, it is. All right, it is.
Is it?
Actually,
It
I
was a
just changed my
question.
mind. It's not him anymore.
it
you
was
were
a
all wrong.
question.
No, it's Scorpion. Scorpion is my favorite character. I've dressed up as him twice in YouTube videos so far. That was your clue. All right. So McCarthy,
Dude.
congratulations, man. We're gonna spin the wheel for you, and let's see what you win. And you win a signed Monstrum album. Congrats, man. That's really cool. James McCarthy, and we'll hook
see
up on
you,
Discord
Mr.
later. Cyrax is probably my second favorite monster. He's super cool.
Eddie Gordo.
Eddie Gordo. He's my favorite Tekken character because he's so cheap. Makes me feel like I'm good at the game. So I'm just button mashing. So, James, you win a signed album. Congratulations. If you already bought one, let me know, and we'll figure out what to do from there. All right. So, yeah, congrats, man. Let's go and do another monster. What's next? Ooh, this one's... We're going to switch gears a little bit here, everybody. We're going to switch gears on this next one.
Mocap is best character. Get out of here. Annihilation.
So, this monster is the Siren. This is one of the more popular ones, probably, that you may have heard of from the album. So you have like your Lycan, and the Siren is pretty well known too. Yeah, Mr. Kevin here is going to read, and then we're going to listen.
Everyone on the ship must have drowned. The Leisure ran aground, save for one deaf cabin boy. He, of course, blames the Sirens. It's a common enough excuse for drunk captains to blame the Siren for messing up their ship near enough to shore. However, this boy's account goes a bit farther than most. For one, the boats have been launched and their wreckage was found much farther down shore than the ship's was. For another, we have yet to find another body. He says that he awoke from a shudder as the ship must have scraped along a rock. He went topside and found no one left on board. He then jumped overboard when he saw the ship was headed for shore, and swears he glimpsed dark hair in the water. Jason Homer, Dockside Constable, Constable's Notes from 1634.
Nice, very nice. That says Sirens could improve their efficiency if they just learned sign language. They wouldn't be very effective anymore, I don't think. So yeah, okay. If you're not familiar with the Siren, it's basically like a killer mermaid thing that sort of entices folks out at sea just by singing these beautiful lullabies that sort of draw them in, and then when they get too close, bad things happen, and they usually cause the ship to wreck, and everyone is murdered on board and stuff like that. So I tried to depict that in here. I don't know if I should tell my version of this because I kind of want you guys to make up your own. But if you want to know what I was thinking, we can talk about it later when I wrote it. But this one is very cinematic and it sort of tells a story from the point of view of different characters. But either way, let's check out Siren, and shout out to Kelsey on the awesome artwork. We'll talk about it in a minute. Here we go. Too late.
It's like Roku's bastards. They just murdered all of us. Don't do it, Mr. Mech. No!
Must go towards ocean.
Don't go into the toilet.
Not to see.
It's better down where it's wetter.
Nice.
I don't know why I love that. That's so good.
All right, there's Siren. So that one's a little bit different. That one kind of stands out as it's kind of a real slow build all the way through. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you. And could that be
It's so good.
an acoustic version? Well, not really. It would only work for the end there, because that part already is acoustic, sort of. It's just like a guitar and Siren singing together. Cool little duet. But yeah, so this artwork is really cool because we get a close-up of the face too, and I'm going to let Kelsey talk about that. This one's so good.
Yeah, this one was a lot of fun to do. It's kind of funny because I feel like this was like the changing point and kind of like the whole formatting of the booklet. Because initially it was supposed to be just like one monster on one page with like a little bit of text. But then Kevin came up with the idea to have like the portrait view of the Siren as well to capture like the more sinister side of it. Because initially I was gonna do like kind of a like half above, half below the water, and like the Siren's body below the water would have been like more like skeletal and gruesome, and then like above it, it would have been like more like kind of like charming and like enchanting and whatnot. But the booklet sizes are very small. It's only like maybe like 5 by 5 inches, so it's really hard to get all those details into there. And then Kevin suggested doing this the portrait view, which kind of made everything turn into like a full spread on the monsters. The reference image that he provided for this was hand drawn by himself. It is amazing quality. And I felt so bad when he sent it because as soon as he was like, hey, here's an example of what my vision was. And I opened it. And as soon as I opened it, I like literally pissed myself laughing. And no offense, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I know you tried and the effort was there, but it really just made me like, I think I laughed for like a solid 35 minutes. Like,
nice shot.
On the dot. It was, but like, it was such a good idea though, and like it's really really cool, and I feel like it was able to capture everything super well. So yeah, that was all NitroTwinkie's idea.
Don't worry, Chad. I'll find it
great.
in Drive real quick here. It's still up.
I'm not a bully, Mr. Mech. I totally appreciate it for what it was, but it was like one of those things where you just couldn't not laugh at it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Good times.
With peace and love.
Right.
I laughed at it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Well, great
Yeah,
job.
that's-
It turned out really cool. It looks great.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right. Did you find it?
I'll get it. It'll take a second.
All right, here we go. All right, let's give away. Wait, whose turn is it?
No.
Oh, we got to talk.
That's
Sorry.
right. So,
More talking.
So
Go.
the names for let's see, Jason Homer. Homer obviously wrote the Odyssey, so that deals with sirens specifically in that book too. Jason is a character from the Agora Nautica that brought Orpheus along to outplay the sirens after being warned by Chiron that Orpheus would be important. So this is like a whole lot of Greek mythology stuff.
Cool.
And then the name of the ship, the Lagia, is one of the named sirens from some of the stories, and it's a poem by Edgar Allan Poe. So if you want to deep dive on some sirens, there you go.
That's really cool. That's awesome. Yeah, this one was really fun to work on. This one was one I think we worked on stream. So a lot of you, if you follow me on Twitch, you probably already heard most of this. A little bit has changed, but yeah, this was one of the early ones I worked on as well. Hey, let's do a giveaway, shall we? Yeah! Here we go. What are we doing? Is it YouTube's turn?
I think it's Twitch's turn.
Twitch, is it your turn? Twitch, it's Twitch's turn. All right, we still have one signed album, one t-shirt, and 3 art prints to go.
That's the
First one to type the answer in the chat wins. Are you ready?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what is Artificial Fear's favorite Legend of Zelda title?
Oh,
The answer is Trumpet.
not quite. 7. You like Dags? No correct answer yet. Empire Strikes Back, not quite. Ooh, close one, but no. And we have a winner. Boom. The correct answer is Majora's Mask. That is my favy of all time. It's a good one. I like how dark and creepy it is. All right, so Mr. Dragonfire, I think I'm going to be seeing you later today. Let's spin the wheel, shall we? Spin the wheel! And you are going to get yourself a copy of a t-shirt. You get one copy of a t-shirt, my man. So we can meet up later.
It's a beautiful copy.
And yeah, you got yourself a t-shirt. We have no more t-shirts to give away. We have 1 signed album and 3 art prints are ready to go. So good job, Bab. Nice job, man. What's next? Oh, okay. Sticking with the water theme, we have another monster, and this one is one you probably heard of. It's called the Leviathan. Let's check out the Leviathan, and this, ooh man, another one of my top fave artworks that Kelsey did for the album. This one is cool because there's tons of interpretations of the Leviathan. Essentially, we wanted a giant fish that murders people. That's kind of what we're going for. But Kevin's going to read these awesome liner notes. Here we go. That's a big boy.
We all heard the noise from before the storm started, though after the waves began crashing, no one really cared. That sound shook the sea. It was deeper than the thunder. But instead of from the heavens, it came from beneath us. Second Mate H to below the Cosmotus, ship's log from November 13th, 1820.
Very nice.
None of these texts make sense. If it weren't for the sheer number of them across multiple dates and places, I would have disregarded the notion of this existence months ago. The size they describe is impossible. Some refer to it in the number of ship's lengths, others in quantities of whales. So it cannot be some large mammal. Plus, that wouldn't account for the expression of fear these records speak with. M. George's professor of ancient languages, research notes from 1945. What the heck is going on?
Sorry, I was laughing at Death's comment. He said hydrobasilisk. That's pretty good.
Honestly, I almost just had a mini heart attack because you said slarge, and I'm like, oh shit, did I make a typo in like the thing? But, like I didn't. Okay, my heart
all
literally
mistakes
just dropped.
are on me.
Okay, I was like, oh no, did I write slarge in here?
Live reading in a dark room.
But this is really cool artwork. I think it depicts the music really well because I just wanted the music to feel big. 'Cause this thing is supposed to be massive. I mean, huge. And I love how we get the point of view from the bow of the ship to just see how large this thing is. So let's check out the track Leviathan, and then we'll listen to Kelsey talk about the art. Here we go. SOS balls.
Yeah.
All right, and there you go. That's Leviathan. That one's really cool. It's just supposed to be big and massive and slow, and I kind of envision like this is the moment when Leviathan like shows its face and comes out and just lays waste to the ships or multiple ships, and then halfway through it kind of softens a little bit. I'm imagining it just like swimming underwater, and you can still feel its weight. It's just huge, but it's not like killing stuff. That one's cool. It actually started, one of the words, the descriptive words when Kevin and I sat down with this was bloop.
Yes.
You guys are familiar with
Yes.
this? It's cool. It's the loudest sound ever recorded in human history. And the theory was it was like supposed to be a leviathan. I think it was actually an iceberg breaking or something. But the recording is from, I don't know, like 1,000 miles away or something. All you hear is a little bloop. And it was included. I included that in the beginning. When you're hearing like SOS calls happening over the radio, and then you can hear the bloop. And then the big crescendo at the end is the bloop just slow down. It's like, that's all it is.
That's awesome.
So we had to, Kevin said we had to include the bloop, so we did it. The bloop is very terrifying. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google bloop, you'll see it.
Yeah, what's crazy is, I mean, it sounds like, it literally, like to our ears, it sounds like a bloop.
It's not very scary, it's just bloop.
Yeah, but what's crazy is I think it was detected at the same time by microphones in like California and in Japan.
Yeah.
At the same, like it was that loud.
It was something big, and it was not just loud. It was like sub frequencies. It was super low too, like lower than human ears, lower than 20 hertz. It's like 5 hertz or something, which we can't even comprehend or hear. Can't fathom. Ooh, nice. Okay. I like it. That's good. So, Kelsey, this artwork is so cool, and didn't we had to do? You did a couple of versions of this one.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
So the first version that I did was like
Farted.
the actual like Leviathan itself didn't really change much, just kind of the orientation of it did. But I have the sketch here. So the original version looked like this. So it was just like this big like thing, but like I made like the boat like tinier for like scale to like show like how massive it was. But then I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been you, Kevin. You're like, well, what if we saw it from like the ship's perspective? So it's like as if you're like looking up at it. So I had to like literally do like a I think I have it here somewhere. I don't know, maybe. But I did like a separate sketch of just like the ship deck, and then just kind of like spliced it together to do that. But I actually, so it's like literally I just drew the ship deck on a completely separate different paper, and then just spliced it together in Photoshop and like shrunk down the tail to make it look like it was like in the distance. Both of them I'm completely happy with, but I think this one definitely adds a lot more perspective. In the booklet itself, I had to crop it, but you can't really see it, but I drew like little kind of like silhouettes of people on the ship deck, kind of like running and panicking, and like the sail mast. I don't know, the stick thing that holds up the sail. What is
That's
that
the
called?
technical
That
term.
thing.
No, you said it
That
right.
thing. Okay, yeah, that thing is like broken, and there's like
Little boat.
sails flailing everywhere, but like you can't really see it in this crop of it. But in another version, which I'll tell you about later, you can see it. So
Nice.
It's really cool, and I love it. Both are amazing, and I do like this one a little more only because, like you said, it gives you perspective, but also scale for how big this thing is. It's so cool.
It came
Like-
from
Yeah.
like the first drawing. It was so good. I wanted to be in the picture. Like that's how real it felt. That I wanted it to be
immerse
zoomed in.
yourself.
Yeah, and like travel through the picture in the Z-axis. That's why it was so cool.
Yeah, this one's
And
good.
also, I think you mentioned it in the beginning, but like, there's like so many different like depictions of like the Leviathan. Like most people like kind of like usually think of like a giant like whale type thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, but I don't really see that as being badass. I just think of that like one
Right.
flying whale from Skyward Sword.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, I don't like. Yeah, it's okay, but
It's
like
big.
I don't get like I want to eat everyone and kill everyone vibes from it. So I took the more like dragon approach, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah,
yeah.
or like serpent kind of thing.
Yeah, it's so cool. That would be scary to see that thing coming out of the water. Hey, Doc Metal Smash Montages, thanks for saying that, man. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry you missed the first couple hours. The good news is this is all going live tomorrow, so you'll be able to, first of all, you can go back and listen to this stream as soon as we're done.
Yep.
But then the album goes live tomorrow, so you can just go check it out. But thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Kevin, was there anything else you wanted to add? Okay.
Let's see. So Leviathan. Okay, so the some of the names were so George Tableau is the author of Stan the Leviathan. Did you get that one?
Okay, Twitch people, this is our first bedtime story we read. It was Stan the Leviathan, if you guys remember. I read you part of that after one of our game nights. That was supposed to be a little hint of the album.
Nice. Herman Melville is obviously the author of Moby Dick, which is a version of the Leviathan. That's where the lame whale version of the Leviathan came from. And then the name of the ship, the Cosmatos, is George Cosmatos is the director of the movie Leviathan, which is actually a pretty good movie, not like Mongolian Deathworm, which is terribly good. So that's where that stuff comes from.
McCarthyson says hint. That's straight up the answer. I guess we're talking about you're thinking about the giveaway. You think it's going to be that? Maybe I'm misinterpreting what you're saying, but anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, let's do a giveaway. We have one more signed album to give away and 3 more art prints. This one is for YouTube. I believe so. YouTube, look alive. Here we go. First one to type in the correct answer wins.
All right. Think about those Halloween medleys, guys. And what is NitroTwinkie? That's me. What is NitroTwinkie's favorite Mortal Kombat character?
Come on, you got this. First one to type it in wins.
I thought that was the full question. Just what is NitroTwinkie?
What even is?
Actually, if you answer that question, you win 2 prizes.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Wait, what?
Yes.
Favorite Mortal Kombat character. This is for YouTube. Oh! All right,
he
already won though. Next
Keep
one
going.
to type it in. Come on, we got the answer. Just read the chat. Just copy and paste. Come on.
Copy paste chat.
You got this. Don't pick me. Come on.
Remember,
Come on.
they're 30 seconds behind too, so we
That's
gotta
okay.
wait for them.
Mocap. Activia Fatality.
That's the Jamie Lee Curtis.
Cabal, Sub-Zero, Mech.
He won too, didn't he?
He already
Someone
won.
else.
Someone
Copy,
else.
paste.
Hey, what's up, Fee? How's it going, man? Come on.
Someone else.
It was,
copy.
if you want to look it up, it was Halloween Medley 2012. If you want to look up that video.
That's right.
Halloween Medley 2012.
Y'all are killing me right now.
Someone type
Thank you.
Sub-Zero.
Thank you.
All
There we
right,
go.
Doc Metal Smash Montages. My man, you win. Let's spin the wheel and see what you get. It was Sub-Zero. He dressed as Sub-Zero in our collab Halloween Medley from 2012. And I don't know what that is. Is that art prints? I think it is. Can we get... Oh, it says it right here. Yeah, I didn't know there was text to this. Wow. You win a set of art prints. Congratulations.
Heck yeah,
Color
Dak.
Doc, you might need to... If you haven't joined my Discord, I need you to maybe do that. Or find a way to DM me. You can DM me on Facebook or whatever you need to do. And we'll work out the details to get you those art prints.
And for anyone who just joined late, this is what they look like. They're kind of like 8 by 10-ish size, or if you're in Europe, they're A4, and you get one. So there's 11 in total. You get one of each monster, and they come in this nice packaging. Oh my god,
So cool. You get an
versatile.
entire set. That's amazing. Mitch is saying Little Nightmares is free on Steam. That's legit. You should play that game if you haven't. It's really cool.
And Zarabite,
Thanks,
you're
Mitch.
not wrong.
But I loved how...
Sub-Zero is my man.
Oh, yeah. He was too OP, man.
I don't
He
care.
was too OP. But it was cool.
He deserves
He was
it.
scary. It was
From
cool.
All the previous Mortal Kombat trailers, when those games come out, just Sub-Zero just gets his butt kicked every time. He finally deserves some
Got some respect for sure on that one.
put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on the name. All right, shall we move on to the next track? Okay. Now, I'm supposed to have favorites. This is one of my favorite tracks.
That's fine.
For me personally, you
Have
might
your
not like it,
favorite
but
child.
for me, I'm just letting you know, it's one of my favorite ones. So, this one's fun to read and say, and I believe it is pronounced Manananggal. The Manananggal. Let's check out the Manananggal. And this art is the most brutal of all brutal
My
arts.
favorite. I know I said the Qalupalik one was my favorite, but I lied. This is my favorite
Look at
one
this
that I
thing.
drew.
Never mind.
I love the eyes because they look like they're glowing, and that's really cool. So just take a look at that for a minute. This is the Manananggal, and you wrote this. And I'm giving you credit correctly. You wrote this.
Yes, this one was
Okay.
This one
All right.
was
This
me.
is really cool. So let's do it.
Left at the altar very sad. Tick, 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 tick. She longs for love she never had. Tick, 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 tick. To top from bottom splits apart. Tick, 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 tick. And flies with evil in her heart. Tick, 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 tick. When the ticking sound is very loud. Tick, 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 tick. Fear not the monster on the cloud. Tick, 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 tick. For when the ticking's hard to hear. Tick, 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 tick. That's when the top is very near. Tick, 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 tick. A tongue with reach long to consume. Tick, 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 tick. To steal the life of child in womb. Tick, 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 tick. With salt and garlic poured upon. Tick, 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 tick. Prevent the halves before the dawn. Manananggal is gone. SRR Newhard, Filipino songwriter, children's song from 1953.
And
He
also,
lied.
that is the song. So we're going to move on to the next track, everybody. I'm just kidding.
That was it.
That was really cool. So this monster is brutal. Like, straight up just brutality is what I think of when I read about this thing. And did you find this one? How did we come upon this thing? I think we were just looking for obscure
we were trying
monsters to
find
choose.
this.
And I think
This
we
is
just
the horror bat, by the way.
That's right.
horror
Yeah.
bat. We just
On my
stumbled
chat
upon
app.
it, and it's super cool. So basically, she splits herself in half, like she goes to hide somewhere, and her top half is removed, and her spine and her guts are just hanging out. And she's a flying creature, so she has
The
wings.
legs just stay there.
The legs just chill. They just stay there, and she flies and goes on a hunt. And she's usually looking for babies that are living in wombs still. And she has this long tongue, as Kelsey depicted really well. And it reaches in and takes the baby away, to put it lightly. And then, yeah, that's the Manananggal. I think it can kill anyone, but I think it
Apparently,
hunts
she
children.
eats newlyweds too.
Oh, and newlyweds.
because
Oh,
she's
yeah.
Yep.
So,
resentful.
this is more...
Particularly the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin again because he did a good job of describing this. So basically, the story behind it was she was left at the altar when she was getting married, and so she has an eternal grudge against newlyweds and children. So there you go. So listen out for some of the stuff that Kevin said in the poem, and this is Manananggal. Where does the tongue go in? Google it. Just Google it. Yeah, this is like a wedding march. That's what I was going for.
Very good, Mac.
She's being left at the altar here. Okay. Yeah, there it is, Meg. There it is.
Oh, shout out Eclecticism. Thank you very much.
Oh, dude, thank you for the tier 1 sub. My man. 11 months. Yep. Good call, Mac. That's it. Me too. Appreciate it, Dad. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Brutal McCarthy. What's a baby?
Everyone's like, oh god.
Alrighty then. There is Manananggal. So that one gets dark real quick. I'll go ahead and tell you this one is what it's about, so you can interpret your own way. But this one has it's sort of a story. So the beginning is like a wedding march that's been turned into like a minor version of it because she's been left at the altar, so she's all depressed. And then the cool heavy riff comes in, and that's supposed to be her on the hunt, like looking for babies and newlyweds. And if you remember in the middle, there's like a middle really long section that's just really creepy. That's supposed to be her like creeping into a house because she does that and finding a child to consume, I guess, whatever she does with it.
Oh man.
And yeah, if you listen carefully, there are some of you caught it, but there are actual baby cries in that one. I added like distortion to it to make it extra crazy sounding and piercing and all that fun stuff. Yeah. It's a nice and cheery song called Manananggal.
That's right. And Kaylin Burden Brightside. Yeah, you're picking up on the same thing I am. Almost every one of these songs too has, I'm pretty sure Artificial Fear puts ride cymbal tabs on every song.
Somewhere.
I like to think it's just for me.
I do some things for Kevin for sure. Yeah. So he gets a kick out of the stuff too. Banananggal, that's right. We've definitely mentioned it. We called it that once before or twice. Yeah, so that was really cool. And then Kelsey, I would love to know how you came up with the art for this because this is super cool, very brutal. Wait, I didn't even notice this until now. Is she missing a hand?
No.
Oh, I'm just looking at it backwards.
hands.
Okay, I didn't. You have to see it. Okay, you can't see my
You
mouse.
didn't
can
upload
you?
the one with the hand.
We'll talk about it later. There's a
She
way to
just-
look at
she
this
just
where
shat
it looks
her
like her
pants
hand is
again because of mistakes that we've made.
It looks awesome either way. I didn't notice it until now. I was looking at it weird.
You
But-
said you wear glasses, right?
I do wear glasses. We'll chalk it up to
You
that.
should probably go get them.
Okay.
We'll chalk it up to that. Yeah, no glasses. Anyway, tell us about this awesome art.
Yeah, thank you. What you don't know, this is actually a self-portrait of me. I feel like I, again, personally identify with it. Hate
Later,
babies, hate newlywed couples. All of it can just get out of town. No, I'm just kidding. But I actually just like really love this one. Just how brutal it is. Even just without the backstory, like all like the reference images that I found of it were just like super, super cool. With, I don't know, like just the idea that it's just flying around with like it's like spine and entrails hanging out. I'm just like, love it. I love like all this like super like dark, like gory stuff. I'm kind of happy that it was in like black and white because I would have just like went to town with just adding like
Yeah.
all kinds of details to like the gore and everything. But this one was really really fun to draw. There's not like no crazy like backstory or inspiration other than just like, dude, it's just she's just gnarly. She's a gnarly beast. Again, I feel like I personally identify with her. So you know, it's great.
It's really cool. Definitely captured the brutality of it all. And Kevin, what were you gonna add?
Oh
stuff?
yeah, so the name for this one, and the Newhard is from Christina Newhard, who's the author of. Do you have this one? Qalupalik and the Tiniest Tick Tick.
Yes, I do.
So this brutal monstrosity is also the inspiration of a children's book.
Yep. It's supposed to be all cutesy. And does it talk about the book? Because it's really
No,
funny.
not at all.
Essentially,
Can
it's...
you show that picture real quick? Because it's definitely, it's separated, like top half from bottom half.
Yeah, this is a children's book. And she's separated. And she has her long, skinny little tongue sticking out, too. But she doesn't kill because she's a vegetarian in the story, so it's totally okay.
How adorable.
Yeah, there you go.
And then the initials at the beginning, SRR. I had to put this other B movie in here, which is the movie Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
Dude, we watched a little bit of that.
I think you can watch it for free on YouTube.
Yeah,
if
you
I'm
can.
not mistaken.
Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
It's basically, I think it's a Filipino movie.
It's like a Filipino B movie.
Yeah.
They use practical effects for the Manananggal, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's very gory.
Check it out. Check it out.
It's pretty cool. All right. There you go. So, what are we doing? Giveaway? Giveaway! Switch gears. That's good. Are you happy? All right.
There's a little tick-tick.
Oh, yeah. There's a little tick-tick right there.
So
that's the one from the story.
Three of the four monsters now.
Yeah.
Shoot, where are we?
YouTube, is it your turn? Twitch. I think it's Twitch's turn.
Is it Twitch's turn?
I don't remember.
Twitch.
Twitch.
We're going with Twitch.
Twitch, it's your turn. Twitch, first one to
All
type the
right,
correct
Twitch.
answer.
You gotta know, you gotta be here for a while. So, Twitch, what's the one banned word in my Twitch chat?
Ooh. Good luck typing it in, because it's banned.
Is it Twitch chat or is it YouTube?
Oh, he said it! All right, gotta give a shout out to Zero Byte. That is correct. Is it misspelled? Is that how you were able to do it?
Just tack.
You're all banned.
Got you.
Suckers.
We went from 30 viewers.
All right, Zero Byte is the winner. So we're gonna spin the wheel and see what you get. We got one signed album and 2 art prints left to give away. And I know you've already bought an album, so you get a T-shirt. Let's spin again, shall we? You're welcome to get a second album if you want, but we'll see what the wheel decides. It really wants to give you a shirt, man. Mod can bypass the filter. That's what it is. Last one. Or we're giving you our prints. And you get a signed album. Cool. You already have that. So he goes, I figured he'd want the art prints. So, Zero Byte, congrats, man. You get art prints from Kelsadelphia. 0 bytes. It's only one of them. All right.
Zero byte, and
Looks
all
like you get a
byte.
T-shirt.
We're still gonna ship him a T-shirt.
Get a shirt. Yeah, you're about to have them. All right, sweet. Congrats, man. We have 2 tracks to go. I can't believe it. We're almost done. Sad. It's been fun, everybody. So this one is the Chino. Let's check it out. Look at that guy. Check him out. Rigged.
Big fuzzy.
So, yeah, that's the Chino. Some of you may have heard this track already because this is one we worked on way back when, like January or something. This was the first one I worked on for the album. Let's read about it.
Let's do it. The patient, Mr. Parnell, was turned over to my care after showing signs of psychosis. Parnell was initially taken to the hospital by AirMed, along with one other person after surviving a plane crash near Mount Tableau, Canada. Here, he was lost for 13 days in the snow before being rescued. The other patient did not survive due to suffering significant blood loss from large lacerations found on his body. The true cause of these is still unknown. There are 2 other passengers that were not recovered. Parnell describes that while he was trying to find shelter and supplies to survive, he also spent his time hiding from a large horned creature that grew in size every night. This creature also is allegedly supposed to be responsible for the 2 missing passengers as well as the death of the second man taken to the hospital. Curiously, Parnell does not mention successfully finding any food, though according to the medical files, he regurgitated what looked like animal flesh while being treated for his injuries. Dr. Bruchak, clinical psychologist, patient notes from February 3rd, 2008.
There you go. So this one is really cool because it's supposed to be like, was it like an embodiment of starvation? Is that where it's supposed to come from?
Starvation and hunger, yeah.
Starvation and hunger. So it starts out small and gets bigger and bigger, and yeah, it's really cool. So I guess they just came up with it's like, I totally didn't eat my friend. It was the Chino. Yeah, it was him.
That's right.
Totally the Chino ate my friend, not me. So this one's cool. I tried to sort of depict that in the music. It starts out kind of small and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, here we go. So this one is Chino. Let's check it out. No worries, Dr. Strangelove. Lego Electric, thank you for the follow, man. Sorry, I just missed that. All right, there you go. I was about to check the tuning. I forgot, so let me hang on. Yeah, so I played it on 7-string, but it's in standard tuning, but it's in C minor. So Dr. Strangelove, you got it. C minor. So if you're playing on 6-string, you could tune it down to like drop C or standard C. Yeah, this one is super cinematic. Like, this was the first one I started on, and I was just kind of like, I think it was the movie Tenet. Watch Tenet.
Yeah.
This one was definitely inspired by Ludwig Göransson, his soundtrack to Tenet, which sounds like Hans Zimmer. So there's Hans Zimmer in that too. For sure, for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, so Kelsey, how'd you come up with the artwork for this one? This one is super scary looking.
Yeah, I really like this one. It's not that I'm not happy with how this turned out, but I just feel like the sketch turned out like so much better, but I think it's just because like for this version it's like scaled down so much, and then for like the original sketch that I did, it's just like it's this huge thing, like it's like bigger than my head, so I got to like do like a lot more details in it. But this one was also super fun to draw. Most of the reference images that I saw, like they kind of almost looked like more of like an abominable snowman type thing, but just like a more like gnarlier version, because it is kind of an it's a more like snowy wilderness monster, because basically what happens is this kind of answers your question, Dr. Strangelove, about the backstory, is that these Chenus are supposed to be humans at one point, but they were cursed, and basically what it does is it turns their heart to ice, and therefore they're like forced to live out in the wilderness because their body like heats up too much, so they can't like exist in like a normal society. And part of the curse is that they only can like be sustained off of like human flesh. So that's why I kind of made like very like kind of like carnagey looking like like a lot of blood and a lot of gore around its mouth. Apparently
cool.
its lips are chewed off, but it's not clear like if they did that themselves or if it's part of the curse. The bandages are supposed to be kind of like remnants of like when it is kind of human, trying to probably like repair itself as it's like deteriorating, but like they said, it's like it grows as it gets hungrier, and the only way to kind of like prevent it from becoming like full-blown beast mode is to eat human flesh eat like other humans basically. So when you see it in these like huge states, it's because they've gone on for so long without getting satisfied by that. So
Brutal.
that's kind of the backstory how I came up with it. I wanted to go
So
for more of
cool.
like this like big like troll kind of
Yeah.
like monster like type thing rather than like the abominable snowman, because they just looked kind of like derpy, but I thought this looked more badass.
Yeah, this
and
does
fit
not look
more
derpy.
with like
Yeah.
the folklore. So
Definitely looks cool. So good job.
yes, eclecticism. They are pretty much like Wendigo, but different. So yeah.
Nice. All right, what about the names in this one?
Oh yeah.
Kevin?
So the Chenu. So Dr. Bruchak, I guess. James Bruchak is an author of When the Chenu Howls, or Chenu Howls, a Native American Tales of Terror. So if you want to deep dive into these guys, did you get that? There's no way you got that one. Heck yes!
Look at this thing.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. It's pretty scary looking. I bought this on, I think it was Amazon. It's definitely just from a library somewhere. It's
Oh, it's got
cool.
the stamp on it.
It's got
and
like
everything.
the stamp on it, which is really cool.
And then Fran Parnell came from Fran Parnell, who's the author of The Terrible Chenu, a story from North America. So there's like writings on all this stuff too. So if you want to deep dive on these monsters, there's your hints and stuff.
Very nice. Shall we do a giveaway? Okay, everybody, let's switch gears. We have 2 prizes to go. We have a signed album and 1 set of art prints. So YouTube, this one's for you. Let's go. Come on, YouTube.
YouTube, here
Type
we go.
in the answer.
YouTube, do you know what is Artificial Fear's favorite horror movie slasher?
What is my answer? Oh. Of course. Come on, YouTube, you can do it. Thank you, Manny. I appreciate that.
James.
Saving Private Ryan again. Not quite. I'll
Slasher.
give you a hint. Oh yeah, Slasher is a good one.
That hit him with
First
the audio.
Halloween medley. First track.
It's not banned.
It's not been. First Halloween medley, first track.
It's 7.
Should I accept that as an answer? Say the question one more time before I give him credit. How was it worded?
Favorite horror movie slasher.
All right, so that is correct.
That is technically
All right,
correct.
Lee Element, you win. I was thinking it was Michael Myers, but he is nice.
I was too, but
he is
that
the
is-
character from the movie, so it is Halloween. Congrats to Lee Element. You win. Let's spin the wheel and see what you win, man. Art prints or signed album, and you get a T-shirt.
I was say it's a t-shirt.
And you get the last copy of the signed album. Congrats, Lee Element. If you could DM me on Facebook or in Discord, we'll get your deets all ironed out, and we'll get that to you. Elements, congratulations.
And
Hey, that
that-
was the first cover ever from my first Halloween medley.
And I love the little GIF now. Now that you've heard the song and know all the backstory,
Oh,
the
the
you're
Chino.
a dinner,
Yeah.
You're a
winner
dinner.
is just perfect.
I was telling.
Yeah, so
sorry, go ahead, Kelsey.
No, I was saying like all these gifts I literally just did today, this morning,
Yep.
because
Beast.
it was like what was it, like yesterday evening for me? It was like midnight, and we were like, this would be a cool idea, and I'm just like, God damn it, why do we always come up with these cool ideas? Because then I feel like I have to do them for my own.
Yeah, it's like you
peace
said it,
of
gotta
mind.
do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're
Even though it's
amazing.
like, I love them, but
We're
yeah, I
gonna
tried to
reuse
make
them for
them
a
like.
while.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
worries. No, I was gonna say I tried to make them fit the monster's kind of characteristics. So.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
The tick tick with the instead of the party favor blowy thingy, but
Yeah.
it's her tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna make it like creepy colored and stuff and put like little like streamers on the end, but I was like, it might take away from like the fact that it's a tongue, so I'll just leave it like that.
Wait, do we have the screw ups in there? Okay, yeah, Leo knows. Yeah, the one Ken, you were right behind him. When Kelsey first sent me this, it said, I just like to imagine he's pronouncing it, or he's Italian. He's like, you're a winner. You're a winner. That's great. Anyway, it's funny to me. Thank you, everyone. I can't believe it, we have one track to go. And if anyone has listened to Deathfly Machines, my first album, that one, the last track, ended on a nice, quiet, soft note, sort of. And this one's the opposite. So this one's arguably the heaviest one. It's the only track I use the 8-string on. So we got out the chunky boy for this one. And this monster is awesome. It is Hecatoncheires. Let's check out Hecatoncheires. Look at this freak. This one is really cool. It's a chunky boy. Basically, it translates to 100-handed ones, right?
Yes, the 100-handed ones.
He has 100 hands and 100 heads. Very, very creepy
heads.
stuff.
50 heads.
Oh, 50 heads, my bad. So, let's read what Kevin wrote for this one.
Born of earth and sky, the 100-handed ones shake the ground with their might. They guard their brethren, prisoners of the cosmos, unapproachable from every side. Author unknown, NitroTwinkie, Grecian scroll
12th century BC.
12th century BC. Do not provoke the gods, my children. Live well and do not harm to your fellows. Do no harm to your fellow, lest the hands of the Hecatoncheires befall us all. For not just one hand have they. Earthquakes and tidal waves be their judgment. They are the force of Olympus. Ovid Apollodorus, schoolmaster, lecture notes from circa 350 BC. And this is a real quote. This is not any of us. This is Dante. He is unfettered and can speak. He'll take us to the bottom of all evil. The one you wish to see lies far beyond and is bound up and just as huge as this one, and even more ferocious is his gaze. Dante Alighieri, Divine Comedy, Inferno, Canto 31, 97 through 105.
Bravo. So the myth behind this one, he's supposed to be the origin of earthquakes.
He is the
Right.
the son of earth and sky.
There you go. The son of earth and sky. So we had to get out the 8-string for this one to try and help out with that. This is another one that just goes in immediately and doesn't stop until the very end. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts. Hecatoncheires. Here we go. Last track. Man, this has been so much fun. Thank you, everybody. I need to figure out, by the way, it sounds like Lee already purchased an album before the stream. So, Lee, if you don't want another album, let me know. We can switch yours with the art prints before we do the next spin. Mm-hmm. Here we go, everybody. Hecaton baby. The Porcaton. It's 1,000 horse. So you have the stroke. All right, and there you go, everybody. Hecatoncheires and Monstrum. That's all I got for you. Unfortunately, we got no more songs. We're all out. Can you play it on a propane tank? I'm sure you could. Yes.
Nice.
All right. So, yeah. So I really want to hear about the art on this one because there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so let me just start off by saying, if there's any artists that are watching this, you will know that this monster is literally an artist's worst nightmare. Because drawing hands are just like, it's like you either got it or you don't, and most people, like, even if they do, like, they can do it, they're just like, Jesus Christ, this is the worst ever. And I remember, like, when you sent me, like, the track list or what the monster, like, ideas were, it was before you settled on them. And I remember you were like, oh, like, I have one more to pick, but I can't decide. And I was just like, I fucking hope to God it's not the Hecaton. I pray to God it's not the Hecaton. And you're like, we're gonna go with the Hecaton. And I was just like, amazing. This is great. I want to kill myself now. I literally was
Disney
just like, amazing. This is great. Yeah, Disney gloves.
Yeah, you should
That's
give
why,
Disney
like,
gloves.
yeah, pretty much. I was just like, yeah, no, let's screw this. But anyway, also funny story. The initial sketch of this had longer hair. Like in this one, it's like kind of got like a more of like a kind of like a buzzed side,
Skrillex,
like mohawk type. Yeah, exactly. And I remember I sent the initial sketch to Matt with like the hair a little bit longer, and he was like, "It looks a little bit too feminine for me." And I remember just being like, I'm sorry, but what type of women have you been seeing in your life that you think that this represents anything feminine? And I was just like, what? On behalf of all women out there, I was insulted. But then, like, you were like, oh, like, I happened to notice that, like, a lot of these monsters, are women or feminine. And I was just like,
True.
yeah, I think that might be some deep-rooted issue with you then,
I didn't mean to,
rather
Maya.
than
Might
the
be.
monsters.
It's true.
So,
We
so
need to
anyway, I
talk to
kind of gave it
somebody
like a
about that.
shaved head on the side and made it look like its skull was kind of, or like its skin was like cracked because it's like earthquakes and, you know, stuff like that, and gave it more of like a warrior kind of like mohawk type thing. And in the reference images I saw, they made it look like more just kind of like polished, like kind of like faces of like soldiers and stuff. But I was just like, I just want to kind of make them all look like orcs from like Lord of the Rings. I just feel
cool.
like that would be like cooler and like a lot more like brutal, like and more terrifying. I mean, it is terrifying by itself, but I felt like this would just add a lot more like detail to it. So that's kind of what I did. I kind of like made like this weird like almost like yeah, like kind of like a more primitive warrior mixed with like orcs, mixed with just like brutalness and like cracked skin and stuff like that. And that's how I came up with this one.
It's really
Yeah.
cool, and I think it's a
Yeah.
great one to end on too, as far as the artwork, and it's cool because it's like almost ancient. You know, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably the oldest one. Maybe Leviathan's earlier. I don't know. I just think it's really cool. So that's it. And you were going to talk about the names. Did you already do that?
Oh, no.
Okay. The barber is the hero of
That's
the
right.
album for sure.
Seriously.
Also, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna mention now that you've seen all the monsters and you've
yeah.
seen all the artwork for it, that actually, if you did not win any of them in the giveaway, these are all for a limited time actually for sale. So if you go to artificialfear.com and there's like a tab that says shop, and when you hover it, it'll either take you to merch or art. If you click on the art one, it'll take you to my like exclusive art print page for the Monstrum collection. So all of these, all the art is available. You can buy them individually, and they're also available in bundle packs. So they're like a large A4 size, which is like this, or you can get them in a smaller size, which is like this for reference. So this is kind of like a 5x7, and this is by like 8x10. So yeah, you can buy singles, you could buy double packs. It's just if you get the bundle packs and you don't get the entire set, just let me know in like the buyer's notes which ones you want. Like if you want to get 2 of the same one, whatever. I print them all myself, so I can kind of do whatever you want. And also on there, which you didn't see on the pages, is the Monster Heart. There's a limited edition print of that on there as well. So if you want that, head on over to artificialfear.com. Pre-order his album. It goes live tomorrow. You get free guitar pick and things, and buy my art. Or you don't have to, but I'd appreciate it.
Buy the art.
I already saw some orders come in already, so thank you for who already found that. But
That is awesome. That's really cool. Yay. All right. Kevin, hit us up with some backstory information on the names.
Yeah, so the first one,
Gaussian. It's blurry on my screen.
Ovid Apollodorus.
There you go.
Ovid is a poet from the 1st century BC and made several references in his poem. And then the Apollodorus is a mythographer and made a compendium of Greek myths. And it's like a monster's guide for Greek mythology, and it's pretty
That's really cool.
So.
Yeah, Death, for sure, man. It was a lot of work. And the crazy thing is, this didn't begin until January 1st. So it was insane that it all came together that quickly. And really, it was done at the end of April. We just had to wait on shipping and stuff for the most part. Except for
it was not done at the end of April.
Well, all the promo stuff we had to do.
True. But I remember
were all
at
the
one
monsters
point,
finished by then? I thought they were. Oh.
No. But I remember like when we were in the beginning, I was like, okay, like I'm gonna come up with like a timeline for you so you can see like how much time it's gonna take for me. And I sent you this really nice layout. I'm like, okay, like it'll take me this long to do this. Because initially you were like, oh yeah, I want to go live with this like end of June, July, and I was like, all right, perfect. And then like on one of your streams, like in April, you were like, guys, it's gonna be released this month, and I was like done like nothing, and
it's coming out tomorrow.
And that was like 3:30 in the morning for me.
I
don't think I woke up. I woke up so fast. Like I woke up quicker for that than I did my damn work alarm. And I was just like, Matt, shut up. It's not gonna be done by then. And then I was just like, we need to have a talk.
I was just popping off. I got excited. I got way too excited, way too much. In fact, I probably shared too much of the music beforehand. But I was just excited because I've never held on to music before and not shared it with everyone. So that's new for me. So yeah, my bad.
No, I could totally understand, but it was just so funny because every time like after that I would send you something, be like, all right, I'm done with this, but I still have to do all this stuff. So just calm down, don't get excited, don't release it. And it was
Kelsey, when did you realize that when you signed up for this, you had signed up for more than you had bargained for at the beginning?
Probably at the very beginning.
Yeah, at the very beginning when we had our first meeting, and I was like, okay, so tell me what you need. And he was just like, I just need you to draw monsters. And I was just like, that's it? And he was like, yep.
That's
and I was like, all right, good talk. And then I hung up and I was just like, this is going to be fun. No, it really was fun. It was so much fun.
Word for it, for sure. Yeah.
No, it was really, really cool and a lot of fun. And honestly, like all the extra stuff, I just volunteered to do myself. To do, like for
so
that
much.
Because
not just the monsters, but like, let's see, all the new merch, that was Kelsey. The new website design, that was Kelsey.
Literally the timeline to when to release things.
Yeah, she was like a manager all the way through. Yeah, it was crazy.
yeah, I had like a calendar and I was like sending them like reminders, and I was like, guys, it has to be done by this date so that I can format everything.
Yep.
And you guys are probably sick of me by the end, but it's okay.
Well, you're here now, so
absolutely.
We're not sick of you.
Yeah.
We invited you on here.
For now. Thank you.
And guys, I know you guys know because you guys are fans of his too, but I'm sitting in the room where all of this was created. Like Matt is a one-man show here, and it's just amazing what he can do by himself with the computer, as you guys all know. But it's kind of crazy to listen to this album and then listen to anything on the radio or anything else that gets created. And this is, I would say, better, of course, but dang, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yep. Exactly.
Cheers for saying that. That's cool. This was super fun. And who was it? Brandon was saying the bar's been set really high, and was like, "Oh crap, he's right."
Oh yeah,
What do we got to do next? Can't top this. Oh crap! But this is cool because this is my really real first true collab project for something like this. So it was really fun to work on with you guys.
What did you experience differently? I'm going to ask you like fan questions now. Obviously, from your first album that you went in, it's like, gosh, I wish I would have known this on Death by Machines. I'm definitely doing it on Monstrum.
Oh, I didn't learn anything from Death by Machines.
Oh.
The way I did that was like I did everything else. I just wrote the song and released it almost immediately with no plan of action. Well, I guess, okay, having an actual plan of action for releasing stuff. Which I mean, I knew I wanted to do it different, but I didn't know how. So that's where you guys came in and kind of saved my butt on that. I still am not comfortable with like promoting myself. I'm just not good at it, first of all. But I'm also like, even on my last few streams, I would forget to promote the listening party or the album, and someone else would have to do it for me. Like, oh yeah, we have an album coming out soon, kind of thing. I'm just not great at that part. When's the tour? I don't know. That would be really cool though.
I'm just coming to your house.
Yeah. Every Monday night, Metal Monday is the tour.
Drive-by concert. We all just like drive by your house.
Cool.
And you play one song for us, for each person, and then we have to beat it.
I do want to do a Monstrum playthrough at some point. I have to practice the songs though. I haven't practiced them since I recorded them, so I don't remember how to play any of it. So that'll be fun. But I think that'd be really cool to do soon, like on Metal Monday one night, Metal Monday tour. Yeah. So here's something cool I'm going to do. Since you guys have been hanging out, I'm going to go ahead and release the album on Bandcamp. So if you have already bought it, you're about to get all the tracks. Well, I'll do that after the stream ends. So thank you guys so much. This was so much fun.
Did you do the last giveaway?
Oh, I didn't do the last giveaway. So what do we have left? A signed album. Before we get too excited here. So basically, whoever answers the question first, you get a signed album. And whose turn is it?
Shoot.
Is it YouTube's?
Twitch. It is Twitch.
Thanks,
It's an odd number.
All right, Twitch. Here we go. Signed album. Let's do this.
All right, guys. We've been talking about it. So, hey, what was Artificial Fears?
Oh, wait.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Wait,
No. Sorry.
We made an overlay for this. Okay, so professional. Here we go.
Welcome. All right, guys. We're going back to the first album here. We were just talking about it. What was the first track released from Matt's Death by Machines album?
It's a good one.
He was so excited about it, didn't wait for it, just released it because he was excited.
As per tradition.
Not the first one on the actual album, the first one I released.
Yep.
Track one. Someone is correct, but they've already won a prize. I'm not going to say who. Keep going.
Wonderwall.
Hang on. Here's Wonderwall.
Twitch is dumb. Yeah, it can be. I agree. Smoke on the Water, Cyber Death, Dehumanize. All right, Da One Ken coming through. More like Da One Champ coming through. The correct answer was Autonomy. That was the first track I released before I even had a plan to release an album. And I just said Autonomy as the winner. Wow. Time to take a break, everyone. Da One
Congratulations to Autonomy.
Yeah, congrats, Autonomy. Da One Ken, you will win a signed album, man. Congratulations. Just DM me on Discord later and we'll get your deets. Did you already buy an album, by the way? If you did, I've got nothing else to give away. Sorry. You just get two.
I can make another.
Oh, here we go. Is this the drawing?
Oh, this is going to be
Here, give me this.
terrible.
Give me this. It's good. Yeah. I can change.
Show it.
We got the technology.
What is this? Oh.
This is for Kelsey.
Oh, God.
It's not
Not doing it?
doing it.
Okay, don't worry about it.
It's like too bright.
It'll be a special DLC.
It'll be DLC.
Okay.
We'll put it in
this is
Discord. We'll put it in Discord.
Yeah.
I'll send it to
Yeah,
Kelsey
we'll put the
to include
drawing
her
in Discord.
Art packs.
Good call. We'll do that. All right, everybody, this is a wrap. Thank you so much. If you missed any part of this and you want to check out some other tracks, it should be live in just a few minutes on YouTube. You can also watch on Twitch. And again, I'm going to go ahead and release the album on Bandcamp. So if you bought it, you want to check it out now just a little bit early as a little special gift since you guys were hanging out, go check it out. And you have only a couple more hours to pre-order if you want to get a guitar pick and the awesome wallpaper with the Monstrum heart on it. So I will not see you on Monday, unfortunately. I'll be out of town, but we'll pick it up next Monday for my Twitch peeps. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you,
Kevin. Bye, everybody. Later.
Sleep tight.